Hello? Well, we're still going. Dear Lord, have mercy. I want to see more. After chapter 3 is that's the I'm gonna call it a day at that point. It's my limit. But yeah, I want to see where this. I just want to see how they keep adapting this stuff and see what works. I'm very curious. I need a proper drink too, because there's no way I'm gonna go without a drink. Ugh. Alright. So we're basically halfway through chapter 2. So we have about ideally 2 hours, but I doubt it, knowing how I can't talk half the damn time. Alright. August 1st. The next day I went to the radio center in search of the IBN 5100. I scoured row after row in the park shop after park shop, bearing the silent pressure from the elderly shopkeepers as they stared me down. Alas, no such luck. I quickly realized I hadn't eaten since morning, and I'm more than famished. Maybe I'll go to Sampo. This is actually a new location. Ooh. Yeah, I don't remember this. As I wolfed down my beef bowl, I tried to think of every place where the IBN 5100 could be, but nothing came to mind. Yeah, in the original, that park shop is, I think, the only shop, or at least that section focuses strictly on that particular shop, and then like no other area. At least to my knowledge, there might have been other like locations, but this is a new one. That's definitely the phone. Oh, it's Mayuri. Hello. Oh, what timing? Oh, it's in a different area too, because I think in the original it's in the park shop.
もしもし、俺だ。
てってるー、マユシーです。
直通回線でかけるなと言ったはずだ。盗聴されている可能性があるのだぞ。
え？
うかつな真似はするなと言っている。それで、そちらの状況は？
オカリン、オカリン。あのね、マユシーはオカリンの話に全くついていけないよ。
要するに、何の用だと言っているのだ。
わかりにくい。ねえねえ、今どこにいるの？
作戦行動中だ。
作戦？
IBN 5100を探し回っている。
へへへ、そっか、そうなんだ。でも、マユシーはすごい話を聞いちゃったのです。聞きたい？
有益な情報なら聞こう。
あのね、IBN5100 の話なの。
まさか手がかりを掴んだのか？
だからメイクインに来て。
Oh shit. Mayuri coming in clutch. Hell yeah.
いやいや、今すぐ電話で教えろ。
待ってるね。
おい、マユリ。
Oh, Mayuri.
なぜわざわざメイクインに行かねばならんのだ。
I slam a fistful of bills down the table and bolt toward me, Queen. At least he paid for it. Okabe may be a lot of things, but at least he ain't no freaking dine and dasher. It's only about 3 minutes away, but my heart's leaping out of my chest. Once I reach the storefront, I see a handwritten sign by the door. It says Ferris Cup today, nya. Oh boy, we're gonna get that. Oh no. Hey, that's different looking. As I step inside, I realize how lively the atmosphere is. I can't remember what the original atmosphere for that shot was. I'm kind of curious now that I think about it. I love this theme. Yeah, it's interesting to see, like, the original phone call was in the shop. So that alone is, like, interesting, because we get a new location. In the Rynet, like, or the Ferris Cup, I guess we can get more stuff with it is interesting to kind of see the differences. That Rynet battle is, definitely different looking. Trying to get to that point, but I guess there's more dialogue there with Mayuri that's gonna probably maybe I guess come up here in place of the yeah, because in the original, yeah, it's taking place outside, but this is more inside. It's just interesting, like the thought process of like different locations that they keep making these scenes kind of appear in. It's a lot like how the anime would do it, where certain scenes would happen, but it'll be in a completely different location where the lighting is so drastically different. This is another one of those instances. So yeah, a lot more like to it. Like this stuff I appreciate. Just seeing more background detail. Like I'm always going to be fine with that. Let's keep going. It's a full house, even with fuller energy.
Okari! Kita kita!
Yep. It's on the inside here compared to the outside, like in the original. Okay, that's what threw me up. Okay. Mayuri waves over at me, but the buzz of conversation makes the talking impossible. Well, I can't even talk.
さっきの電話の件について手短に話せ。
Oh no, I gotta like ignore Mayuri here. That's a secret. Where do you think? If you get it right, I'll take you anywhere. Anywhere reachable by bicycle, it is. Take a guess, by the way, no hints. What was that message again? With her secret. Trying to remember where that original conversation came from. Where were you living before? Okay, where were you living before? That's a secret. That's an interesting line of dialogue, all things considered. So that's actually just more things to consider with. Sorry, Mayuri.
あのね、マユシーはさっきバイト中に IBN5100 のことを思い出して店のみんなに聞いてみたんだ。最初はマッキーちゃんに聞いたんだけど、マッキーちゃんは PC には詳しくないんだって。それにね、リサリサちゃんは PC は PC でも最近のしか知らなくて、しかもマカーだし。
マユリ、手短にと言っただろう。お前がいかに苦労したかはどうでもいい。
つまりフェリスちゃんが知ってるっぽいよ。
何？それは本当か？
うん、レトロ PC マニアなんだって。
フェイリスが。
Interesting. It's Ferris is doing here. Okay. The girl is seriously hardcore. I prefer not to talk to her if I could avoid it. Hey, the Rynet battle's different. Slightly different. But I'm fairly desperate for information. Take out my phone and start to listen.
IBN5100 の手がかりをつかめそうだ。ああ、聞いて驚くな。フェイリスニャンニャンだ。
He has to say it. This sounds so... It's such a silly word, but he makes it sound so dramatic.
あの猫娘がレトロ PC に詳しいとはな。これは何か裏があると見るべきだろう。相変わらず人使いが荒いな。分かっている。何があろうと聞き出してやるさ。もしも 今日の20時までに連絡しなかったら俺に構わずメイクインに襲撃をかけろ。全てはシュタインズゲートの選択だ。エル、プサイ、カンガルー。
Hey, you said it normal that time. As I put my phone away, I suddenly spy Ferris walking right up to me.
にゃにゃ今日も参加するにゃ
Oh, got a text message. Sorry, Ferris. I know this is really important, but I got an email. I'd be happy to cook, but I'm afraid I might interfere with my shrine duties. Do you mind if I take some time to think it over? P.S. I was so deep in thought I didn't do any practice swings with Same either. Which do I do? Mind if I have some time to think it over? I think I should go with that, but I'm praying Okabe just replies to it normally. I never know. I have less of a reason to know now. I'm gonna take a gamble. What are you gonna say to it? I was joking. Besides, if you wore, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Okabe, you redeem yourself. Lukaku doesn't have to wear a maid outfit. Besides, if you wore a maid outfit at the lab, Dar would probably start hyperventilating, and well, it wouldn't be pretty. Forget about it. Yeah, you redeem yourself, Okabe. Hell yeah. Yeah, because Dara would lose his freaking mind. So, good idea. That's actually. I'm proud. I'm proud of you. Okay, back to Ferris. Sorry, Ferris. Kyoma is gonna join.
今日はフェイリス杯なのにゃ
I suddenly remember that she'd mentioned this last time I was here. Something about them holding a Rhinonet tournament. That explains the buzzing atmosphere. I look around and spy Daru among the patrons he had mentioned coming here. What
フェイリ
is
ス杯とは具体的にはどういうことをするのだ？
フェイリスとの勝負にゃフェイリスはみんなを同時に相手にするのにゃフェイリスを喜ばせてくれた人にはご褒美があるのにゃフェリスちゃんの手作り料理が食べられるんだよ
That sounds decidedly more mundane.
今日もフェイリスを喜ばせてほしいにゃん
Oh no.
断る
Kotowaru.
にょにょ
俺は戦うつもりなどない。
参戦しないならごめんなさいだけどお帰り願うにゃ
Let me read that again.
俺は戦うつもりなどない。ただお前に話があってきただけだ。
Okay, guy, I want to hear all. If you're not gonna play, then I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask you to leave.
メイドの分際でご主人様を帰らせる気か？
今日のフェイリスはフェイリス杯主催者なのにゃお店に入れるのは参加者だけにゃ
話は2分で済む。IBN。
聞かないにゃフェイリスとお話ししたかったら今日もフェイリス杯に参加するしか方法はないにゃ
足元を見よって。
さあどうするにゃ戦わなければ生き残れないにゃ
Use any method to obtain information. That's my current mission. I have to do it no matter what lies ahead. Oh, poor Okabe's in such a situation.
やむをえんな。その勝負受けて立とう。ただし勝負した暁にはお前が知る情報を全て話してもらうぞ。
This is important. If I face you, you'll tell me everything you know.
オッケーにゃ
Yep, she accepts. Alright, fair game. Thus begins the Ferris Cup. A sea of corpses heaps around me. Hey, that's a better CG compared to the original. Lured by the promise of Ferris's sweet reward, each and every one of the hapless challengers was slaughtered without mercy. I step over the fallen warriors to get ready for my turn. Now see, the music's like lower here. Usually it's like a little more louder. And the Ryonet music is usually a little bit louder. See, that's the constant thing I keep fucking thinking about. It's bugging me.
だるそれに敗者たちよお前たちに教えてやる真の男の戦い方というものをな
Fucking dialogue. God, I love it.
オカリンまさか何か秘策が
そういうことだ作戦名は G バックとだけ言っておこう
Gene Bach. That's a good line. I want to hear that again.
そういうことだ作戦名は G バックとだけ言っておこう
That's a good line. I am almost floored with Okabe's performance being as good, if not better, than the original. And I honestly feel weird and wrong to even say that. Man, he is just having such a fucking fun time voicing him. It is so fucking funny. I don't know, the sub is the same way from the clips I've seen. I just really need to see the damn sub. It's bugging me. It's crazy that's like, literally, I can't find it without any paying means other than buying the freaking Blu-ray set. I'll get it eventually. It's just, oh. Indeed I do. Let's call this Operation Sweet Side. Oh, see, this is the start. Well, I don't know if this is the first instance. At least in the original, they might have said it sooner. I don't remember. But at least here, this is like the first little instance of Okabe always starting with, if he has a plan, it's like Operation this. This is the first. That's cute. Alright. Allow O echoes from all around.
今日マには自信があるのかにゃ
これまでに散っていった敗者たちの涙無駄にはせん
Okay.
フェイリスよ約束は覚えているなこの勝負が終わったらお前が知っている情報すべて話してもらうぞ
すげえオカリンのやつ初めからフェイリスタに勝つ気だ
オカリン頑張れ
Oh, she's so supportive. They place their hopes on me. I slowly step up to the table.
5分だそれまでに勝負は決せるだろう
Knowing Okabe, this feels like a Dragon Ball reference with Frieza saying 5 minutes on Namek. I don't know, when I think of 5 minutes, I think of that. And given the references he always freaking makes of stuff, this doesn't surprise me if that's like an in-joke with him. I'm sorry, I don't...
それじゃあ始めるにゃライネットアクセスバトラーズデュエルアクセス
Sounds like he does the Oreo or the Aura memes. Oh my god. I have to really look up like Okabe's freaking voice actor and see what other roles he's been in. If he's voiced somebody similar like Kakyoin or something, because that's the only one I can think of that has that. I don't know. I don't know. I would be shocked. I would not be shocked if he voiced a JoJo character, because a lot of well-known Japanese people have like done JoJos of some kind at some point. But I don't know. Generally, the Japanese, like they fucking voice things just really goddamn good. Their performances are always just like absolutely amazing. Generally, just down like just casting, because when they pick people, they don't really go off of celebrity status. They just go off of just talent. So you get to me, I always feel like you just get really good fucking performances. And this is no different. Like, it's really fucking good. Sorry. Yeah, let's continue. So the battle's gonna start. Fade to white.
参りました
He gives up. Immediately. Right? Is that how...
オカリン弱すぎる
Obviously, I never played Ryonet. access battlers before. There's no way I can win if even if I don't know the rules.
マユシーはがっかりなのです。
Mayushi's
結局全部ハったりだったん？作戦名 G バックって何だったんだよおい。
京馬はまるで自爆するみたいに突っ込んできたのにゃ。
え？それってまさか。
What does this mean? What am I looking at? Hello? Is that Jotaro? Hello? Stop! Why, that sounds way too much like Jotaro's freaking voice actor. Is that... I don't know. I don't know, but it sounds like it. But good meme regardless.
そのまさかだ。作戦名 G バックとはすなわち自爆に等しい突撃を仕掛けること。
どう見てもダジャレです。本当にありがとうございました。
でもなんで京馬は負けたのにそんなに偉そうなのにゃ。
Why he's so proud even though I made kitty litter. That's a good line.
まだ気づかないのかフェイリスニャンニャン。俺にとってこの戦い勝ち負けなどどうでもよかったのだ。
どういうことかにゃ。
俺がお前に提示した条件を覚えているか。した
にゃフェイリスが負けたら情報をすべて話す。
違うな。間違っているぞフェイリス。勝負した暁にはお前が知る情報をすべて話してもらう。勝負した暁にはだ。わかるかフェイリス。
He's right. He absolutely got her on the wordplay there, or like technicality there. It's smart. That's why I'm saying pay attention to that, because that's a point.
勝負した暁にはお前が知る情報をすべて話してもらうと。
I didn't hear that part at the end. See only if I face you and I just...
俺は一言もお前に勝ったらとは言っていない。
I never needed to... Yeah, exactly. He got him. He got her. He's got smarts. He may act like a dumbass or like a jackwagon, but he can't be smart. And that was a good one.
この作戦は俺だからこそできたこと。
Yep, Ferris never saw it coming.
この場にいる誰もがフェイリスの手作り料理という目の前の餌に釣られ勝つことにこだわりすぎていた。だが俺は違った。フェイリスの手料理などには全く興味はなかった。そのモチベーションの差こそがこの負け前提の作戦を成功に導いたのだ。
Oh god, Okabe, sweet Jesus, man. It's just eating the fucking curtains in the background, essentially.
わあ、オカリンすごいね。
No. Mayuri, just... Stop. It's more endearing the deeper you go into the game when she says stuff like this and what... Oh, my heart.
来たね。
頭脳的作戦といえこれぞオペレーション G バックだ。さあフェイリス答えてもらおう。 IBN5100 はどこにある。
IBN5100？
しらばっくれても無駄だ。俺は確かな筋から情報を得ているのだ。
Pulls up a photo of the IBN 5100 from Shining Fingers mess.
お前が IBN5100 について知っているのは間違いない。
にゃー、そんな小難しい名前言われてもさっぱりにゃ。この写真の PC はどっかで見たことあるような気もするにゃけど。
どういうことだ。お前はレトロ PC に詳しいのだろ。マユリがそう言っていたぞ。
うわ、情報源明かしてるし。
はーい、マユシーが確かな筋でーす。
詳しくはないにゃ。うちのパパが集めてたから今もうちの倉庫にたくさんしまってあるけど。
つまりそこに IBN5100 が眠っているのだな。では今すぐ案内してもらおう。
それは無理にゃ。
何なぜだ。
あそこはフェイリス家にとっての聖域なのにゃ。
The Ferris clan? Nyan Nyan Manor or something? Oh god, oh god.
入ることができるのは猫耳を持つフェイリス家の娘で巫女の修行を積んだ者だけにゃ。
Oh my lord. Oh my god, the cat puns. I'm dying metaphorically through them.
つまりフェイリス以外は誰も入れないのにゃ。もし無理に入ろうとすれば犬耳が生えてしまうにゃ。
Dog ears, specifically.
そんなわけあるか。何が犬耳だ。
本当なのにゃ。嘘は言ってないのにゃ。
Her crocodile tears cascade across the room, converting the crowd to her side. She ain't crying though. Hello? Game? I suddenly sense intense hostility directed right at me. Oh.
今日だぞフェイリス。
Did on purpose, huh?
信者たちを味方につけたか。
You converted your believers into a person. Oh, it's on purpose. Oh, okay, she played me even a little bit. I was thinking like in the original, I think she cried. I can't remember, or at least faked it. I don't know.
フェイリスは本当のことしか言ってないにゃ。
What did I? Oh my god. God, it's fucking funny to me. I don't know. Ferris is like one of the few that really can like push Okabe back. I don't know. It's funny to me. I yell out in horror and clutch at my wrist.
Fuck!
Oh no.
こんな時に
Oh no, is his right
目
arm
覚める
gonna...
んじゃない。
Is his right arm gonna go spastic? Yep, his right hand trembles. Look out.
まさか RAS ライネットアンチシステムか。
Oh no, the right arm. The spastic right arm.
やからあれほどライネットはやっちゃダメだと。
Oh my god. Where did that come from? I ignore Ferris and stagger towards the exit. Her worshippers let me pass. So his way to destabilize the situation is to just make his right arm just go spastic to exit the scene. To get out of the situation. Oh my god. Well, it worked. It's rare for Okabe to literally get like the one-up on Ferris on something, so this is actually, it's kind of impressive to like freak Ferris out a little bit. That's a good scene. It feels as if everyone's giving me the cold stares, but I don't have the time to check and make sure. I throw myself out the door and into open air.
くそ。結局何も収穫がなかったか。
I guess I'll ask Star or Mayuri about Ferris some other day.
おかりー、痛いと。
どうした？店を抜けてきてもいいのか？
ちょっぴりだけなら。この後はね、参加者とフェリスちゃんのご歓談タイムだから。それよりね、さっきの IBN の5100の話だけど、フェリスちゃんにもう一度写真を見せて聞いてみたんだ。
いい働きだマユリ。どこぞの脳なしスーパーハッカーとは大違いだな。それで
フェリスちゃんが言うにはね、それは小学生になるかならないかの頃だったらしいんだけど、秋なのにとっても寒い日で、 フェリスちゃんはブルブル震えながら執の黒木さんに手をつながれて。
前置きが長い。要点だけ話せ。
つまりね、お父さんのレトロ PC コレクションの一つを神社に奉納したことがあるんだって。その PC に似てるって言ってたよ。
Oh, so it's at the shrine. Okay.
神社だと？
That's an unexpected combination.
どこの神社だ？
さあ、どこだろうね。
You didn't think to ask that much. Oh no.
まあいい。悪くないヒントだ。
The only shrines in Akiba are Kanda Mojin and Yanabashi shrine. So only two. I'm not sure if Ferris was living in Akiba at that age, but it's still something. At this point, the best I can do is check out either of those lines myself.
よし。マユレは引き続き諜報活動に精を出せ。
Oh.
情報？
Oh, that's too big a word, Okabe. You gotta tone it down.
わからないなら理解しなくていい。じゃあな。
If you haven't made it like obvious by now, like Okabe is generally a lot just kinder to Mayuri. Like he's a lot. He's just a lot. I like that. There's always something. It's interesting to always see this like early on because it's gonna hit harder later. But I like these moments. It just even in like this stuff that feels fillery or not like much is importance going on. There's constant always like character development kind of going on. I like it. I just like that there's I mean to me there's always a clear shift of when he's hoeing Hellman when he's like Okabe. I like there's a clear he's way more he's less unhinged around Mayuri in a way. I don't know, there's a difference. Like he's way more bombastic with Kurisu versus like Mayuri. But yeah, I like it's good. Again, it's a strip from the original too. It's just I like good scene. But yeah.
オカリンバイバイ。
Oh, yeah. Good scene. I'll give you a mental golf clap. Kanda is the larger and more popular shrine, so 9 out of 10 people would choose to donate something there. But when I inquire at the shrine office, nobody knows anything about an old computer. It's interesting. Another new like location. And this is for a shot that's probably might be only used once. I don't know. But this is in the original. I think Okabe literally just. I don't know if he even tries the first one, or maybe it's just literally just a black screen. I want to see how the original does this here real quick. I'm curious about the Ferris like Rynet battle. Like, how long does that? I feel like in the original it went on a really, really long time. With the Rynet battle in particular, I swear it feels like it went on really, really long, because it went through so much of just this. And I guess technically this could be like padding or filler that you could probably cut out. Yeah, because this is all like they quickly go through all the battles, even when like Daro loses and stuff. So it's done pretty quickly. I guess you do lose a little bit like of this stuff, like where the fans are literally freaking out about her. I want to chew on this cat. Yeah, it cuts out all of this stuff. Which maybe isn't that horrible, but that section does go by generally pretty quick. Like the battle and everything, I don't know, it's just I do feel a little bit of that cut where it cuts some stuff out. But yeah, that's that shrine. I don't even know if Okabe even goes to it. Or like the first one. I have no idea. I ignore Ferris and stagger towards exit. Her worshiper let me pass. Yeah, it's the same stuff. But that's why I mean, like, this is what the original looked like, and it's fine. Damn empty-handed. Feels like, yeah, the Mayuri scene is here. And it's in a different location. Let's see. Which shrine?
どこだろうね。
It's when you go from like this to the reboot, it is so different. It blows my mind really sometimes. I want to see if they even, yeah, I think it's just this. Yeah, see, it's just the sky. Like stuff like this, I appreciate if like the original did something like that, because it is just literally the sky. So I appreciate like there's like more effort with that stuff. I don't know, but that is interesting to kind of see this like comparison, to actually see what this other shrine looked like, instead of just being told through just like a sky. Even though I think this is literally gonna be on screen for like a few seconds. That leaves Yanabashi Shrine. Is this gonna be it? It's probably not there either, but I have to try. If that fails, oh my god, who is calling? Ooh, someone's calling me.
誰だ?
Oh, it's in this location. It's not. Okay. Wait, is this the wrong number or?
さては機関だな。警告のつもりか。これ以上セルンに手を出すなと言いたいのか。
は
It's here. Okay. Yeah, in the original, it's this phone call happens at the shrine. Okay. The actual shrine that he's gonna get to. Okay. So, again, slightly different location, but okay.
機関の人間ではないのか。
You're not from the organization.
違うわよ。マキセです。
マキセ。悪いが思い出せない。どこで出会ったのか教えてくれ。パリかロンドンか。
秋葉原よ。つい昨日もあったでしょ。
Did the text say some girl from Akihabara? I don't know, it's something. Woman named Makise. That's funny. Like Okabe's inner thoughts is like, it's someone named Makise. It's like, come on, you know who that is. That's what. It's the same thing you did with Moeka, where literally like every freaking time the name popped up, it was a different freaking name.
おお、助手。
助手じゃない。マキセクリス。
クリスティーナと言ってくれないとわからないではないか。
クリスティーナでもないから何度言わせるのよ。
お前は相変わらずキャンキャンとうるさいな。
誰のせいだ。誰。
ちょっと待て。お前なぜ俺の電話番号を知っている。
橋田さんに教えてもらったの。
なんだつまらんオチだな。それ
助手じゃないって言っとろうが。はあ、反論するのもバカらしくなってきた。あんた今どこ？
柳林神社に向かっているところだが。
Yanabaashi. Okay, I need to remember that.
ああ、そう。じゃあね。
え？はあ？なんだ今の？嫌がらせか？嫌がらせなのか？
How dare my assistant treat me like that? I shall scold her most harshly the next time we meet. Oh god. There she is. As you reach Yanabashi Shrine, I spy my assistant in the courtyard.
さっきの電話はなんだ？
あんたの居場所を聞いただけ。それでここに向かってるって言うから来た。
Oh, she's not gonna. I want to see where this dialogue goes.
誰も呼んでいないのだが。
私も呼ばれた覚えはない。
Nobody asked you to come here. I don't think she wants to admit that she was probably wrong in thinking about the IBN stuff. Yep, she's not gonna admit it. I'm curious to see if there's any new things added here. Curious how she's gonna handle this or keep handling it. Yeah, it bothers her. She doesn't like to be proven wrong. It's just like Okabe was right about the usage of it. Now the anime does fix this a lot because she talks to one of her colleagues and they say the IBN does have the proponents to like get source code through stuff. Like it can do stuff. So actually, Okabe was right. She learns it through that, which I think adds more to why she comes here. It's an element that I think the anime does it stronger, and this is lifted straight from the visual novel too. So it's adapting it fine, but I know like it approached this like situation a little bit better, more eloquently. I don't know if that's the right word, but I want to see where the dialogue goes. I want to see like just hearing it more, just like how she handles this situation.
なぜ俺に会いに来た？
会いたくて会いに来たんじゃないから勘違いしないで。
That's the most tsundere line I've ever heard. It's so cute. Don't get the wrong idea.
昨日別れ際に言われたことが気になって。
何のことだ？
IBN5100 それにセルン。
お前機関ではなくセルンのスパイだったか。
Oh God.
この俺を殺しに来たのだな。そんなことだろうと思っていた。いかにも人を殺しそうな顔をしているからな。
No, Okabe, just it's not true.
どんな顔よ、失礼ね。あんた少しは落ち着いたら？いつもふざけたことばかり言って。
Okay, the delivery's a lot better. I don't know if I'm just like losing my mind or getting used to it. I can actually hear it more because she's just too silent. But yeah, this is having a little more of that pep in it now. I could feel it. I could feel that's a lot better. Which is where like that chemistry shines. I was gonna say shrine, which they are at one, which actually would have been appropriately fitting. But yeah, that was good. But yeah, I agree, Kurusu. Why can't he just behave for normally? He's always spelling such nonsense.
落ち着くか。お前には分かるまい。常に身の危機にさらされ、逃亡に次ぐ逃亡を重ねてきた。これまでの俺の人生は。
ええ、そんなヨタ話は全くわからない。
俺に喧嘩を売りに来たのか？
IBN5100 とセルンって組み合わせに興味が湧いただけよ。
Yeah, she just can't help it. She's just too damn curious.
そうではなく、お前が興味を持ったのはセルンでタイムマシン研究が行われていることだろう。素直になれ。
うるさいな。タイムマシンになんか興味ないから。それより IBN5100 は見つかったの？
それを確かめに来た。
神社に？
そうだ。
At that moment, a shrine maiden steps outside, or rather, a beautiful boy garbed in maiden clothes.
京馬さん、こんにちは。
Can I go on a tangent here? Nothing wrong with the sprite. What is with the finger pose? Why is it like that? Why is it positioned so bizarrely? It's not like that in the original at all. I don't understand the decision, but my brain doesn't like it. I'm gonna continue. Oh, hold on, Lukako. I got a text. I gotta ignore you. Mayuri, you know, I don't get fat no matter how much I eat. It's weird. Maybe it's because I go jogging with my dad every morning. You should come with us, Ocarine. It's healthy. Oh. The apps you better. This better be a wholesome reply, Okabe. This is too sweet. But yeah, this is what I meant like really early in the game, like right from chapter 1. When like Okabe's like running up the stairs and like he's like exhausted and Mayuri's like completely fine. So yeah, well, establishes it. She exercises and constantly is running around and stuff. So none of this really phases her. Even this point on is really interesting with Mayuri, just because, like, when you first see her, I remember when I first saw the anime, I was so confused on how to take her because I thought something was really mentally wrong with her, with how soft and gentle she kind of appears. But even by like chapter 2, like, she has a functional job and is relatively normal all across the board, and is just kind of just a bit innocent and pure. I like to even hear like this early on, you can kind of start to see, or at least see that there's at least a little bit more with Mayuri than what you think. Which I appreciate, because first impressions, this game is doing this in constantly of how you perceive them and how it evolves over time and what you expect. And Mayuri's a one like small example. I like that because you basically kind of get. I know some people always kind of compare to like being like autistic or something, which I definitely don't see that. Or at least not in. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this field, but I know people like take that word and they think like they can't function like at all. And it's like, no, Mayuri has a stable job and can do a lot of things on her own pretty much okay. Okay enough. Like, I don't think there's anything. Mayuri praise aside, I'm just gonna reply this, and hopefully Okube replies good. The mad scientist. Okay. Honestly, of all, the mad scientist dictionary contains many words, but healthy is not one. That's a good. Okay, that's like a human, like normal person translation. I don't want to be healthy. That's like the Okube translation. Oh my god, that's a good. What a way to get out of that. That a mad scientist isn't allowed to be fit. Or healthy. Oh, that's funny. Sorry, Lukako, I know I just like ignored you there. I apologize. Why don't you have it?
硫黄とサミダレのことですか？
常に携帯しろと言っておいたはずだ。
すみません。でも掃き掃除の時は邪魔になるので。
掃き掃除の最中に乗っ取られたらどうするつもりだ。
そうですね。以後気をつけます。
I'm sorry, Okube. I know I cut you off. I suck at Japanese, so I thought you were done.
掃除の最中に乗っ取られたらどうするつもりだ。誰も助けてはくれんぞ。
Okay.
ねえ、さっきから二人で何の話をしてるのよ。
こちらの方は？
助手だ。
違うわよ。っていうか何よその適当な紹介の仕方は。
There we go. That's the good line read. Sorry, I'm pointing it out too much. That feels like her to react like that.
俺は事実を述べたまでだ、クリス・ディーナ。
日本の方じゃないんですか？
日本の方です。
それよりルカ子、お前の父上と話を。
待てい、紹介しなさいよ、ちゃんと。
紹介されたいのか？ちゃんと。
この状況で紹介されない方が不自然でしょうが。
俺はお前をルカ子に紹介するためにここに来たのではない。
紹介するぐらい10秒もかからないのに、あくまで拒否するのか、あんたは。
Oh, I think she just simply wants her name to be mentioned. It's part of it. To me, I think that's part of it. She just wants to just hear it normally. To me, that's what I'm thinking. This is why she's saying it like this. This is just like a very Kurisu way of like wanting that.
喧嘩は。
こいつはマキセ・クリス。
もういい。もう助手でいい。
よろしくお願いします、マキセさん。漆原ルカです。
よろしく。おいくつなの
？16です。今月17になりますが。
私の1個下か。
そうなんですか？マキセさん、とても大人っぽくて1歳違いには見えないです。
つまり老け顔ということだな。
Okube, don't say that. Actually, that's a fitting it's a good glare.
いえ、違います。綺麗だっていう意味ですから。
Oh.
Thanks. あなたはとても可愛らしいと思う。
But he's a guy. I probably shouldn't tell her. Oh, she doesn't know. Uh-oh.
くだらん社交辞令は終わったか？
いちいち言い方がムカつくわね。
ならばルーカー公よ。お前の父上とお話ししたい。呼んできてはくれまいか？
はい、いいですけど、お父さんにお話って？
これは人類の未来に関わる重大な要件なのだ。
The thing with Okabe is, you never know the things he say if it actually literally matters or not. So it's funny hearing certain lines.
人類の
It is funny hearing certain lines like this, knowing what's coming, because it's really fucking funny. Oh god, Okabe, it's like the clock strikes, you know, 12 twice. Like eventually he's gonna get one of those right if he says enough Chudibyo nonsense.
未来？
すぐ呼んできます。
Lukaku has a habit of believing everything I say. If only everyone here were so impressionable. It's like he's immediately thinking of Kurisu as he's saying that. But she did kind of get surprised, so. Oh, so that's what his father looks like. That's different. That's a lot different than how I remember it. That threw me for a loop.
やあ、ホーイン君、久しぶり。いつもルカがお世話になっていますね。
いえ、こちらこそ。
それでホーイン君、私に何か用事だとか。
I explained to Lukaku's father how I need the IBN 5100. And then I asked him if that retro PC was donated to Yanabashi Shrine.
奉納という言い方がふさわしいかどうかは分かりませんが、この神社には確かに9年ほど前に預けられた古い PC がありますよ。
9 years ago. That would be 2001.
え？それだ。それに間違いないです。
Apparently they've been keeping the PC in their storehouse. After gaining permission, we start to dig through the place. Alas, it's far more cluttered than I had anticipated. I wonder if this was like this in the original too, with how like sudden that felt. That felt like a jump cut. Like I'm missing a scene. I don't know if that's like literally. I want to see if I'm proven wrong. I'm gonna probably be proven wrong here because it's happened a couple times. Just want to see how this goes with his dad here. I think I'm trying to see like where this would go. Don't tell me. Did I go past it?
とても大人っぽくて1歳違いには見えないんです。
つまり
That's the same. Now she does the glare. Yep. It seems like any bit of text that describes the emotion, they let the sprite do it. I don't know. I like hearing it too. I don't know if that's like a me thing or that matters that much. I think it just adds. I don't know. I think they're really believing that the sprite's going to convey it, and I guess it does. I don't know. Oh, that's not what I meant. Oops. Oh, see, they cut this line out. The shock from learning the truth might be enough to make her go back to America, which, yeah, that's probably a good reason why they cut that out. Because Kurisu as a character would not, if she'd learned that, she would not just up and leave like this. She's not a monster. So, yeah, that's probably a fair line to cut, 'cause it doesn't age well. I didn't even like this line to begin with, so that's actually probably a fair one to kind of cut. You're introduced happy, yep, so they remove that one line. That's actually interesting. You're such a jerk. It's a grave matter. Alright, so we're gonna get the dad introduced here. Yeah, did we just like completely cut any characterization that they kind of try to give them here? Because that was such a jarring cut. Yeah, there's a lot more here, unless they're going to do it later and they're shifting it around. But I just want to see how they do this. Yeah, they cut that like little introduction out, and then it goes like right to here. So they remove that. Okay, we miss. Hold on, let's see. Because it immediately cuts to the shrine, and we miss this part with Kurisu basically saying, "Oh, he's Okabe." You know, see, she has to chime in saying, "Yeah, it's not Halloween, it's Okabe."
え、そうなのですか？
ジョッシュ、話がややこしくなるから喋るな。
Oh man, we missed that little bit. That's a cute little interaction.
事実を言っただけじゃない。
I like how she has to like try to correct him. Like, actually, his name's Okabe. That spunk is like that little. I appreciate stuff like that. That sucks that they cut that out. And Okabe's like, why is she coming? I don't know. That's why the original, like, I still prefer that. That's definitely a stronger version. I still believe it, even though there's not as much CG. The characterization constantly there's just a little bit more. Okabe's name, yeah. So it cuts all this out because it goes right to like them getting to the box or the IBN, right? This meeting will shape the course of Ragnarok. The future of mankind is well what. When I asked him if Russian PC was donated to the shrine, I don't disclose any information.
Ah.
I don't know if we're doing it. Yeah, they definitely. I don't know why this stuff is like randomly cut out, like all this random stuff. I really think they just like. Well, he's not really that interesting of a character, so I could sort of get it, but that cut is way too bizarre for me to believe the original did it like that too. 9 years ago. Okay, same line. Does it hard cut? Does it hard cut? Like the original? No way, really?
それだ。それに間違いないです。
It has to be it.
ちょっと待っていてください。今持ってきましょう。
I'll go get it. Luco's father comes back in about 10 minutes. I think this is where it comes out, right? His face is bright red. Carrying a large cardboard box. This game's fairly unsteady, but one
Ah. おそらくこれだと思います。
Okay, so this section, this is actually more of the anime's approach to this. I can actually show that here. Because the anime, basically they both go in there to get the thing. Like, they're in this, like, room here. Yeah, so this is where they get it. So they're lifting, like, this little bit from the anime itself. Which is weird because you would think it would do more of the visual novel more. It's interesting. But let's see how far it goes. Let's see what it keeps, where it goes. After gaining permission, we start to dig through the place. Yeah, no wonder why I was thinking that was so different and like that there was a jump cut and it seemed so sudden. Because it was. Because yeah, the guy goes in and gets it for them, essentially. He doesn't like. They don't dig through it. He makes them wait outside and he brings it out. I think the anime does the same approach too. It's far more colored than I anticipated. Let's see where it goes though. I'll be fair. Take some time, but eventually find a promising box. Yeah, this is exactly the structure like the anime, like where they find it. That's interesting. They went more with the anime approach with that. I think I'm gonna take a look inside.
これが IBN 5100。
Near the power switch, I spy tiny letters inside IBN 5100 portable computer.
我ついに秋葉の都市伝説を解明せり。
Thank you, Okape. Now the problem is whether Luko's father will lend it to me.
漆原担当直入にお聞きしたいのですが。
Now I think about it, it's more weird that he literally has them go and kind of fetch it out when he's the one that gets and brings it to them. Now I think about that. A little more weirder. Now I think, I don't know, it's just... Yeah, I think the anime just does it better, because he leads them to the general area and then they find it. Here it's like they... I don't know, it doesn't matter, probably not, but it's interesting like the decisions made to change it slightly. Because I didn't think there was anything wrong with how the original approached it. I don't know. Okay, let's keep
この PC を貸してもらうことは可能ですか？
いいですよ。
そんなあっさりと？
It's okay for a priest to just lend property out like that. Items which are donated to the shrine. I never heard of anything like that. That's why I was expecting him to refuse.
これを私どもに預けた方から当時言われたのですよ。
The owner said this.
いつかこのパソコンをどうしても必要だとする若者が現れるから、その時は快く貸してもらって構わないとね。
That's interesting. Very, very interesting of a line to remember.
まさか本当にこうして現れるとは思いませんでしたよ。というか、私もそのことづてのことはついさっきまで忘れていたぐらいです。ですからこれは法王院君にお貸ししましょう。ただし使い終わったら必ず返してくださいね。
はい、ありがとうございます。
I can't stop myself from laughing. Everything falls into place with perfect domino precision. It's as if someone had laid out all of this for me in advance. Ooh. Now CERN's secrets will be laid bare. We can expose their wicked research and possibly even gather hints on the creation of a time machine. Then I can complete the first time machine in human history. Now I have to get the IBN 5100 back to the lab. But unfortunately, I don't have a car to transport. In fact, I don't even have a license. Same goes for my assistant.
アメリカでは16歳から普通免許を取れるというではないか。にもかかわらず持っていないのか？
何よ、悪い。向こうじゃ研究漬けだったのよ。
青春を無駄に過ごしているな。
あんたを見てるとそうとも思えないけど。
Good one.
むしろ私の方がよっぽど有意義な過ごし方してると思う。
Touche. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, we golf clap. I like how they can go back and forth like that. Good shit.
喧嘩は良くないです。
ルカ子、今日は助かった。改めて父上には礼を言っておいてくれ。
Luca's dad heads back into the shrine, leaving no trace. Now, see, in the original, I remember this vividly because he tries to find like a lifter, or like a, like something to put the thing on so they can, roll it. But they don't bring that up. It's just a small line, like that wouldn't hurt anything. At least it shows like there's really no way they can. Hold on, let's see where it goes. Let's see where this goes. Leaving no trace.
漆原さん、あなたのお父さん、素敵な人ね。
お父さんは結婚してまして、不倫は良くないです。
Oh, oh god, that's not what she meant.
はい？
そうか、助手よ。お前は親父好きだったか。
God damn it.
待った！二人とも勘違いするな。そういう意味じゃない。
That is adorable.
お父さんは渡せません。
Oh god, stop.
私が言ったのは親子で仲が良くて羨ましいなってこと。
Oh.
それ以上の意味はないから。
Oh, that's... I think the enemy does the same approach too. But yeah, that line's gonna hit a lot. Especially for her to say that, so... Ooh, I'm not ready. It's a good line. That's a good fucking line.
そうでしたか。すみません。変な勘違いして。僕、なんて失礼なことを。
Aren't they supposed to... Isn't she... I'm getting my genders confused. Luca's supposed to be crying, or at least tears. Why don't they... I guess. It's really hard to tell. In the original, it's so much more visually clear. I think that's what it's supposed to be.
だから泣かないでってば。誤解が解けたならもうそれでいい。
No. Grease is just too damn kind. That's wholesome. My heart.
だが心の奥底ではルカパパへの募る思いが。
Okay, stop. No, that's not. He fucking has. He's such a bastard. In the depths of your heart lie feelings for Lucas. It's not. It's not what this is supposed to mean.
ねえよ。
Die.
ルカ子、サミダルでの素振りを忘れるなよ。
はい、頑張ります。エル、ブサイ、こんがり。
No.
コングルーだ。いい加減覚えろ。
すみません。
You know what I'm noticing too with Luca's dialogue, at least from what I remember in the original, if there's one thing I'd say with Reboot, his dialogue goes much faster. I remember in the visual novel, or the original, it felt like there were so many pauses. They made him so meek that it really became like tedious. And I don't know if I'm misremembering it, but it feels a lot more like it still conveys it without dragging it, which I appreciate a lot more. Again, there's things in Reboot I can at least appreciate. I don't justify his fucking price range being $50, but that's a tweak I can live with.
よし、助手よ、手伝え。
Oh, he's not gonna bring the thing out, or not even mention it. See, that's the thing in the original. Okay, let's keep going. Kurisu and I took up either side of the cardboard box. Yeah, they're gonna do this. Yeah, it's interesting. In the original, the guy actually is gonna give them something to load it, but it doesn't work anymore. So this moment doesn't feel like the guy just leaves with them with it and makes it a nightmare to them. It makes it a lot easier or to believe this situation is happening because there wasn't any other choice. Here it doesn't. It's just a small line. See this? I'm nitpicking, but it helps. It helps to, because now it just seems like the guy just left when he would have had something. Yeah, it's just, it bugs me. It's such a simple line. It really seems like they just don't want him in the story as little as possible, so they just gave him the bare minimum. We'll see how they keep doing it here. With both of us hefting it, it's not nearly as heavy.
なんで私たちお見合い状態なわけ?
Our eyes are almost completely level in this position, but alas, there's no other way to carry it effectively. She needs to deal with it. Yeah. I start to walk out of the stride.
待て
Hey, a new CG, or at least a new location.
なんだ、うるさいやつだな。
あんたね、前に進まないでよ。私が後ろ歩きしなくちゃいけないでしょ。横に動きなさい。
いいからキビキビ動け、助手。
聞いて、頼むから聞いて。後ろ歩きはさすがに無理。
助手ならばできるはずだ。
期待してくれてどうも。でも無理。横歩きに変更求む。つうかしろ、変更しろ。転んじゃうから。
Now the voice is starting to kind of remind me exactly why I like it so much. That was good. That was too short, but...
やっと着いた。疲れた。
I felt things. That was good. That actually felt like how I remember like the voice usually sounding. Like that bickering. I don't know. That worked. That was good. That was good stuff. The original. I need to watch the original here to see how, because I remember this going on for a long time in this particular section. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, I still prefer this. This looks really fun. I mean, if we had like the faraway shot and then this one up close, that would have been fucking perfect. But yeah, that, I don't think it went out as long as it did. No, it was still just as short, but it was really, really good. First of all, this is one for me. I love the CG. It's really good. I'll give it that. Yeah, the performance, that was good. It's been hit and miss sometimes with her, but like that was good. Like that back and forth. The fact that they just like bickered the whole time, complaining. I don't know. There's something. The deeper the game goes, you read these scenes a lot differently. But she is indeed exhausted. The two of us set the box down. My hapless assistant looks as if she may collapse on the spot.
お前がああだこうだと文句を言わなければもっと早くついていたのだ。
I like how he actually. Let me look back in the dialogue here. I like how as much as he keeps giving her like these nicknames, I do like how he actually encourages her. Like, yeah, of course you can. You're my sister. Like that's. It's something that you don't really think about until you experience the whole game. When. Cause you never know when Okabe's like being sincere with these comments or being condescending. So a lot of these things do change your perception of it, but it fucking hits so fucking hard. I love it. I really fucking love it. It's just a good scene. If you didn't complain so much, every little thing we would have gotten here sooner.
その言葉そっくり返してやる。あんただって5回は途中で休憩しようって言った。
ね。
He has nothing to say.
あれは俺の体の不調だ。
He's probably right, but
どこか悪いの？
no. She's taking it literally.
ああ。たまに
Okay.
右腕がうずくのだよ。
Fucking right arm. Sometimes my right arm begins to twitch. Don't, please, God, no. Don't fucking do the arm spiraling thing. That's no. Please. I don't remember if that's how this went again.
そうすると、俺の心はどす黒い破壊衝動に支配され。
And when it does, a dark and destructive urge wells up from my core.
うっさい黙れ。あんたの右腕の末梢神経も含めて根こそぎ引き抜くぞ。
That's a hell of a fucking line. Oh my god, I love that. This is where like the science talk comes in and I really fucking like, because it's just like, oh, that's a hell of a like fancy word of saying you're gonna take his fucking eyeball out. See, that's the thing. Like they like she could fucking dish it right back at him. The shit he says, she can absolutely tolerate it more than anyone. At least someone that can like really challenge his fucking like just batshit a wild self. I just want to read what that means. Nerves that branch from the central nervous system. The brain is spinal. Okay, it's not the eyes, but that's still a fucking brutal ass line to say to him. They are broken down to 3 classifications: motor nerves that control limb movement, sensory nerves that transmit external stimuli to the brain, the automatic nerves that regulate organ functions and process, like breathing electricity. It's a good fucking line. For that one right out. That's a good. I just like that line. Good lord, what kind of gore freak is she? Is this in the original too? If not, that's a really good fucking line. Hold on, I gotta find out. I want to make sure.
から聞いて、後ろ歩きはさすがに無理。
Let's see where this.
繰り返してやる。あんただって5回は途中で休憩しようって言った。
あれは俺の体の不調だ。
どこか悪いの？
Yeah, see all the feelings I'm getting. Deja vu because it's from the original.
たまに右腕がうずくのだよ。そうすると俺の心はどす黒い破壊衝動に支配され。
うっさい黙れ。あんたの右腕の末梢神経も含めて根こそぎ引き抜くぞ。
Oh, interesting. They actually have like a tips fact for that line. Hey, that's actually a good, or JC, that's actually a good instance of the tips with the peripheral nerve. Yeah, that's a good line. I'm happy they actually explained that. Wait, what kind of gore freak is she? I want to see if that's kept in.
引き抜くぞ。
Holy crap, there's something wrong with this girl. About my nerves. Oh, it cut. Okay. I actually don't mind if she's some sort of gore freak. That's actually a good replacement because the new gen incident is actually a Chaos Head reference from the previous game. Because I guess Chaos Head must have had something that had new gen incidents. I don't know if I'm a fan of. I'm sure Chaos Head fans are not gonna like that at all because it's removing like the context. I can kind of see that now. Well, let's see where it continues. Okay, I'll show you. Is that it? Okay. This is actually a very rare case where I'm like, okay, I actually don't mind that change, because calling her what kind of gore freak is she is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a good replacement. I actually don't mind that. That's a pretty good line. I don't like it probably replaces Chaos Head, because Chaos Head's supposed to kind of be loosely referenced to this, or at least like Easter eggs like that. Probably shouldn't have taken that away, considering this game is supposed to actually be more connected to Society V, from what I've heard. So that line probably should be in there. I don't know. I'm sure if I was a way more of a Society V fan of like everything, maybe that would bug me a lot more. I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's actually a rare case where they actually replaced the line that's just as good. Bravo. I will give the game flowers when it does it. I want to be fair. Like, there's going to be points that's going to bug me in certain things that they kind of remove. But that's a good one. And they kept that entire scene, like, intact with, like, their banter. It definitely does feel like more closer to the original compared to Elite, which I heard was just, they cut too much out. So I can at least appreciate that a little more. I don't know, because The Kurisu and Okabe stuff is like the heart of this fucking game. So I don't want scenes of that being like cut. Anything. So I appreciate that at least.
それより最後の階段助っ人呼んだ方がいいんじゃない？
そうだな。
あれ？
Uh-oh.
岡部倫太郎じゃん。何運んでんの？
聞きたいのか？では教えよう。IBN5100 と言ったらどうする？
すっごーい！手に入れたんだ。やるね、岡部倫太郎。どこにあった？
柳林神社だ。
柳林神社？神社って神の社？
おう。
なんだってそんなところに。
As Suzuha's eyes settle on my assistant's face, they widen in shock.
何ですか？
マキセ・クリス？
そうだけど。
What's going on here? I can't move a muscle. The air's so thick with tension.
何なの？私、あなたに何かしました？
Suzuha turns away and without looking back disappears in the Bron Tube workshop. That's it? Is that it for
今
this?
の誰？
Who was that?
1階のブラウン管工房のバイトだ。
This is probably like the worst fucking person to ever play through this game because I'm just constantly like comparing it. I'm doing it out of love. It's not to like spite the game. But that I want to see how they did it originally because I think it's the same approach. With that scene in particular, with how quick it is. I just want to make sure.
そうだけど。
Kurisu narrows her eyes in opposition. Oh, okay. I think I kind of see how they wanted to approach. Yeah, because Kurisu is way more defensive here. Here, she's like holding her ground, like not being intimidated. The air's so thick with tension. Yeah, I think the expression is slightly different because she definitely feels a little more scared. This is probably a case where I think she should stand her ground because she's a lot more high-strung, and that's how I see her. So this works a little better. I like that she's not backing down, which plays more strongly later into the game. That keeps her tonally consistent because she shouldn't be super anxious here, and then later she's gonna be more high-strung. This keeps it consistent right from the beginning. She's not gonna back down from her. This is how I see this moment. So that's why I was thinking that's a little bit off.
何なの？私、あなたに何かしました？
Let's see. I think that's it. Suzuha turns away without looking back, disappears into the Bron Tube workshop.
今の誰？
And then she gets a little more, when she's gone, then she kind of opens up and gets a little more anxious. That's good. Like that's how you do it. I love that approach. Almost kind of like she's putting on an act, and then when she's gone, she can kind of let her guard down and be like, oh, what was that? Like, that works. That works really good. I don't like her being, like, kind of scared right from the start. That's the way it feels like that was being conveyed. Which is even more amazing because, I think in the anime, it is so different with this scene. So I think I remember editing this and saving it. Yeah, like she's like striking a pose, like ready to kick her freaking ass. Like this is another case where like the anime just really hits it. And like her reaction, at least being more scared here, works way more, just because like, well, what the fuck is she doing? Like I like that. You basically almost have like 3 different versions of this like scene. And she's ready to fight until Mr. Braun comes in. The stare, the visuals. Yeah, Mr. Braun comes in and intercepts it. There's definitely a case where like her actually kind of being a little more scared works, because she's about to fuck. She has a pipe in her freaking hand. That goddamn stare. Yeah, I can justify Creasy being a lot more scared here compared to the visual novel, where she's just staring at her. All in how you execute it. I think the anime hits this even better. Just with the hits really fucking good. So yeah, there you go. There's like the 3 comparisons essentially. I don't know. It's fun to point out, because all 3 of these, I guess technically the original visual novel and the anime do a really good job with that. I don't know. She's a part-timer at the workshop downstairs.
なんで私睨まれたわけ?
Yeah, seeing her expression is a little more, it's different. Now it's more angry. See, in the original visual novel, it's flipped. Interesting. She's a little more kind of, her eyebrows are differently positioned. They're a lot more like open. Interesting.
知らん。お前が何か怒らせるような真似をしたのではないのか?
彼女とは今初めて会ったのに失礼な人ね。
Risu picked a fight with me the first time we met too. But that was a hallucination, so I don't say anything. I don't think Risu really picked a fight with him though. Not that I remember. I don't know. I get Darwin and Mayuri to come down and help us, and the 4 of us carry the IBN 5100 upstairs.
みんなご苦労。これで俺たちは戦える。
戦うって誰と？
セルン。そして世界を牛耳る支配構造とだ。
あんたって本当に幸せそうね。
けどすげえじゃん。マジで見つけてくるなんて。僕たちにできないことを平然とやってのける。そこに痺れる。
憧れないけどね。
Oh my god. The moment. The moment. He certainly lets me down though. Oh.
え？
え？
見つけられたのはね、マユシーのお手柄なんだよ。
Oh yeah, at the frickin' shrine they didn't do the but I refuse that Krisu does from JoJo's. No, well they at least kept this though. Oh, that was fucking adorable. She knows Rickroll. No, that's awesome. Hot damn dude, can't believe you actually found it. I'm never gonna give you up. He certainly lets me down. I get it. I get it. Her crafty way of referencing the Rickroll. That is... Oh, that's fucking funny. Yeah, everybody's like, what? Even she's surprised. See, I always interpret stuff like that she's just getting a little more comfortable, because she's letting herself be more comfortable. I love... That's a little subtle clue. That's adorable. It's a great scene. That's fucking adorable. And everybody's confused by it. That's a sign. Ooh, I like it. She may not always know how to always express it, but that's a little interesting little bit there. I'm sorry, it just gets me so fucking happy.
マユシー情報がなかったら、オカリンは今も秋葉の街をふらふらさまよってたんだもん。
ああ、マユリの言う通りだ。今回ばかりはよくやってくれた。
Actually, I want to see if the original did this too. think the original did this as well. If I remember correctly. I want to make sure. Happy. I don't desire happiness. God, I'm an insane man.
混沌
Oh, Okupe, stop. Oh, hold on.
ごめん、言い直す。あんたって本当にベータエンドルフィン過剰分泌によるジャンキーね。
Jesus Christ, what a line.
オカリンオカリン、悪いことはダメっていつも言ってるのに。
けどすげえよ。
Hold on, let's see how they do this. I want to make sure I want to make sure I want to see if that's still there.
怒らせるような真似をしたのではない。
If that's a new addition, that's actually a pretty good one because that's a very Kurisu like line to say or reference. If they're not gonna do the "but I refuse," that's I still wish that was there. I want to make that clear. That was a good fucking line. But because I can tell exactly where that comes up because it's an up close shot. Trying to see where that would come into play. It's like right around here.
一人では重すぎてきついかも。
なのか。
Oh, yep, this is it.
だが断る。とかなるかもね。
Man, why didn't they keep that? Oh, that would have been really fucking good. Yeah, because Okabe's saying if she says we'll be carried together, we might be able to manage. But
だが断る。
え？
断るって言ったのよ。
that's so fucking cute. Why didn't they keep that? They could have kept that like whole section there. Oh god, that would have been so fucking cute. Daga Kotowaru. That's oh man, I would love to have that line there. Because I mean, this works here too, because the Rickroll. But I just think, just the fact that she references JoJo, like literally, like such an otaku reference. When it came out in 2009, when this game came out in 2009, there was not even an anime, so she strictly would have had to have known that through the manga itself, which isn't much of a shock, but it's just an added layer because you know there wasn't an anime of that yet even, so she had to be a little more hardcore. Is that even really logical to say more hardcore? Because JoJo's such a more popular thing. But point is, it's just cute. I think this is a little bit stronger than the Rickroll. But regardless, at least we're kind of keeping that, like, those hints and clues we're kind of seeing that, like, side of her sort of come out. Like, there's more to her than just being a super uptight scientist, you know? I like that.
やっと着いた。
I want to see though, is that Rickroll line? That might be entirely new.
戦うって誰と？
セル。そして世界を牛耳る支配構造とだ。
Yep, same
あ
line.
んたって本当に幸せそうね。
That's what makes you
Cheers.
happy.
そんなものは望んでいないさ。マッドサイエンティストだぞ。
I think this section's cut. I don't remember this in the reboot, so this section's cut. Just weird things that they just cut, and I don't know why. Like, there's nothing really wrong with this.
ベータエンドルフィン過剰分泌によるジャン
Or
キ
like a
ーね。
junkie hyper secreting beta endorphins is again another really good line. Oh man. You make the impossible
ねことを平然とやってのける。
easy.
そこに痺れる。
That's why we add
憧れないけどね。
I surely don't admire.
え？
Oh.
Eh?
Okay. This is where it comes from. Yeah, the anime actually, I think, does the same thing. The same approach. They changed it here to basically being a Raffoul reference where... That's interesting. It works. It works fine. But it's clear, it's very clear, like, where she is thinking when Darwa says that she continues on, because she immediately gets it. It's already kind of planting the seeds that, like, she might know more stuff than what she lets on, which is really just a lot of seeds being planted of just, there's just more with her. Which is good. Even like this early on, you start to see that. And just the fact that she's more comfortable just kind of letting that slip. It just little signs. Like, she's not always going to just proclaim it, but just little yeah, cues. This is a fine addition. Fine addition. It's just cute. I'm sorry. I was thinking that had to have been new, because I don't remember it. I was right. It's weird, just the things they'll like trim out, like for no reason. I don't know. That's weird. Again, there's no way I'm going to be able to point out all of them, but I can only just kind of remember what I kind of feel like in the moment. But Mayuri wants to go home now.
クリスちゃんはどうする？途中まで一緒に帰ろう。
ありがとう。でももうしばらくここにいようかな。
Looks like Risu is interested in the IBN 5100 and CERN after all. Yep. That reminds me, I haven't filled her in yet.
そっか。あんまり遅くならないうちに帰った方がいいよ。じゃあ、また明日ね。トゥットゥルー。
Mayuri waves her hand as she leaves.
それでダル IBN 5100はいつからセルンへのハッキングに使えそうだ？
そうだな。
He wastes no time. Plugging the IBN 5100 into a nearby outlet, he turns the machine on and the power supply begins to make a turbulent noise.
すげえ、ちゃんと電源ついたお。まずこいつの使い方を覚えなきゃなのだぜ。そもそも配線つなげたりも大変そうだし。ちょっと時間かかるかも。サーバー管理者の ID 探しと同時進行は無理ぽ。
構わん。ID 探しを優先させてくれ。できれば今月中には使えるようにしてもらいたいところだが。
今月ってまだ30日丸々残ってんじゃん。さすがに来月まではかからないっつうの。
That's my super hacker. And?
それで
Oh, I got it. I gotta take that, Kurisu. I'm sorry. Shining Finger, have you
ちょ
found
っと
any?
岡部
Oh, I'm sorry, Kurisu. I'm so sorry. Shining. I need to know what Shining Finger said. She's gonna get mad. Have you found any leads yet? Nothing at all on my end. I've been to a lot of stores, but none of them had an IBN 5100 on display. Maybe I should have tried asking. Let me know if you have any type. No. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta keep reading. God, she's gonna get fucking pissed. Maybe I should have tried asking. Let me know if you have any luck. Okay. Thank you. Okay. What do you got, Kurisu? What do you gotta say?
今なんと言った？
何よ。岡部って言ったのよ。
岡部だと。
I take one step towards Kurisu.
おかり、たまたま。
今岡部と言ったか？
言ったわよ。悪い。確かに私はあんたより年下だけど、 人のことクリスティーナだとかゾンビだとか呼ぶ相手がいるとき、そいつには敬意を表せないとするのが私の考えなんだから。
違う。
Oh no, not this. We're doing this scene.
俺は岡部ではない。フェアラービンカムだ。何度言わせればわかるのだ。クレサティーナ。
Oh, I don't like this scene.
自分のこと棚に上げすぎでしょ、あんた。
以後俺のことは法王院あるいは京馬と呼ぶように。
お断りします。
Do my senses deceive? Or does she actually look a little misty-eyed? Well, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
もしかして泣いたのか？
泣いてないわよ、バカ。男の人に怖い顔で迫られて恐怖を感じちゃったりなんかしてないし。その後のあんたのバカゼリフにホッとして涙が出ちゃったわけでもないからな。
I definitely didn't start tearing up out of relief when I realized it was just your stupid nonsense again.
ダル、助手はなぜ泣いている？
今本人が全部説明したわけだが。
Was this how it was in the original? Because this is fucking so sudden. I remember... I never liked this fucking scene. It's too fucking randomly mean.
俺は名前の間違いを正しただけだ。
強気に見えて意外と打たれ弱いのかも。それはそれで燃えるけど。
That would actually be pretty moe. No, it wasn't because it's so fucking mean-spirited. Oh. No, it's... So anyone would fucking be so uncomfortable if they just started screaming out their fake name is real. I don't even really blame her, really. Before I write up my reply, I grab a cold pea fridge and toss it over to Kurisu. Kurisu tries to catch it, but it fails magnificently.
それでも飲んで少し待っていてくれ。
お気遣いありがとう。
Now then, about the message to Shining Finger. I want to see how the original does it again. This is one of those, like, 3 moments with Okabe I legitimately really fucking hated. And disliked a lot, because I think it's just overly mean. And he goes too far. I think this is kind of the one character flaw Okabe has with the first half of the game is just, he's too in his head with the Kiyoma persona. To where if somebody says his real name, like, he just can't handle it. Like, he's so afraid of just being himself and being comfortable to the point where he just lashes out. And Kurisu just doesn't deserve that. Like, not here. The anime tries to fix this a little more, but it's still, like, even here, it's still really, really jarring just how sudden he gets mad. And, like, they were just getting along, like, fine. And she was just starting to, like, get a little more comfortable, and then that happens. That's... I never liked how that scene was ever really done. And maybe I'm misinterpreting the message of it, but something with it bugs me too fucking much in it. Oh, I think it's the same, right?
Huh? Okabe.
Okarin, tamma.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. It's just as sudden, just as awkward. Now, the thing with the anime that I always appreciated is at least it tried to soften the blow. It's almost bizarrely more tragic. Oh, they never did the lab coat scene. Okay. Yeah, so like, before this is where they first bond over their drinks. And they're playing like the Ryonet card game and everything. Like, the anime does a great job just giving them time to spend together. How Okabe's trying to, like, cheat while Kirisu's not looking, and she's very well aware of just the fact that he's cheating or trying to cheat, and she catches on immediately. The banter, again, is just... in the animated points, is so fucking kinetic and so good that I always just enjoyed that side of it. The anime does this part really good. What makes it more tragic is his outburst is essentially just because he beats him. Not only does she beat him in the game, but she mentions his name. And the outburst still happens. It's still the same way. It's almost more tragic because she really, really gets upset. And Okabe, we see so much more of that rage. So it actually hits almost bizarrely more, and it's almost more tragic because everything was going along legitimately really, really well up until that point. Which maybe goes into more like a psychological aspect of just, like, he really, like, tries to separate the two people, like, as personas. For a deeper, conflicted reason of, like, he's really afraid to, like, have people to get too close. There's something with it that probably justifies it more in the anime, but still doesn't make it, like, where I find it comfortable. Because to get her that scared, it still bothers me. And that's the one thing at least I can say with their dynamic is I can't say 100% of the screen time is perfect. Like, that's like one of the scenes that bug me. But how the anime handles this is really after the fact. I don't know how the reboot's gonna do because I haven't gotten it yet, but what makes the anime at least a little bit better is the anime lingers on this a bit. It doesn't immediately, like, Okabe just, like, throws, like here, throws her the drink, and then he goes on to talk about shiny figures. Like, he almost kind of doesn't want to... The game doesn't want to, like, linger on that for too long. Anime lingers on this a little bit after this, where we, cuts at the clock, we see him staring at the alpaca game. It's just this silent couple of seconds. It tells you everything you need to know. And we see her just kind of huddling in the, in almost a fetal position.
So if this is right, then these cables should...
Assistant.
Nope.
And then we get this, like, dialogue section where she's almost like, he calls her assistant and she's just like, no, go ahead. Like, she's just, like, too exhausted to even argue with it. It conveys a lot of that just already. Even just her using chopsticks, because even earlier in the anime, like, it's established she prefers more, like, using a fork and stuff. So this already is interesting that she's even gonna resort to that. So she's so not, like, just in the right state of mind that she doesn't even care, like, what utensil she's using. Tons of little character quirks. Tons of little details. And I like this interaction because I think it tries to fix it a little more by just having a moment where they try to make it right, or at least Okabe makes the attempt to make it right, or in his way tries to fix it. That I appreciate this attempt a little more. That makes him a little more remorseful of the outburst.
No, but go ahead.
Maybe you should call it a night. Your hotel is nearby, right?
That line alone, just saying, you don't have to stay here. Like, he understands very, very clearly, at least in the dub. I don't know how the sub said. But just that one line alone that, like, hey, I made a mistake. You don't have to stay here. You don't, like, I'm not forcing you to stay here. He understands, at least the way it's interpreted is just, he understands he made a mistake, and he's like, you don't have to stay here. And I think that alone, the few seconds alone is a great moment. I like that.
Don't worry. If it doesn't...
Your hotel is nearby, right?
Don't worry. If it doesn't work by morning, I'm out of here.
Shouldn't you at least call your family?
Haven't seen Dad in 7 years, and Mom's in the States. Trust me, no one's waiting up for a call.
Now, obviously, I love... Not only do I just really like this line, it's just really good in just the sense that as much as she kind of felt hurt there, like, she really doesn't have anywhere else to go, the lab is really the only place she feels like she can kind of feel safe in, because she really has nothing else. And that hurts a lot just because that one little scene just tells you enough. And that's why, like, at points the anime does a really, really good job just adding more with the character. Where she is completely given the genuine choice of leaving if she really wanted to, but just chose to stay there because she didn't really feel like she had any other real, like, option. And it pains me. but it's a great little scene. It definitely tries to soften the harshness Okabe kind of does here. And I like how she has this moment to say, like, that, even. Obviously, Okabe undercuts it by thinking, like, she's swaddled, which is stupid, but in his own Okabe way, he made, like, the effort of saying, like, you know, you don't have to stay here type of thing. Like, he acknowledges that enough. It does its best to fix it, and I appreciate that a lot more because it makes this a lot better, and it makes it more hard-hitting. Just the fact that it just lingers on it. Like, it doesn't just forget about it. Just in that few couple of seconds. That's all you need, just the fact that they're both just... It works so much better. I love it. It's a much better way of handling that scene, because it's one of the few instances where Okabe just takes the persona too far, to where it definitely seems to kind of hurt her. And I don't like that. And the visual novel and the reboot seem to kind of go with... Which is... I mean... It's what the original did. You're kind of put in a box, but there's always a charm to the anime that I always really appreciate just in that little scene that they kind of have this moment. And then after this like little exchange, then the certain stuff kind of kicks back up, and then both of them kind of almost like immediately forget that happens, and they both kind of immediately get like focused in on this and get like right back into it because they both really enjoy this stuff. Then they're both on like the same wavelength again, and then it's almost like this is it's a great way to kind of transition from one scene to the next, and does a really good job with that. So I do like that. I just want to point it out because I don't want people thinking like Okabe's a fucking monster for this. It's just a character flaw with him that just doesn't make him perfect. And it's one of the few times in the game where I really don't like the portrayal of being that mean, because it does come out of fucking nowhere, and it seems too harsh. And with things you love, you have to always respectfully criticize things that work, things that don't. There is genuinely hours of content I can talk about with Okabe and Kurisu as like characters, dynamics, interactions. But yeah, that's one of them. And I like that this happens at least early on enough to where this can be remedied. In the game, to its credit, later on does try to fix it. It just doesn't happen right away. And it, not to say it totally fixes it, but at least makes you understand like Okabe is not just a monster, you know. There's a limit. So it's interesting. I like what it's gonna do later. I just hope it's gonna keep that here. Because even playing it again, like even in the visual novel, even here, it's just so sudden. And anime does, I appreciate the anime doing it more. It makes it even more sadder in the anime just because like things are going so well that they're playing the games, and their banter back and forth is really good. And she beats him in the game, and he just like. It works really good because there's so much that works before that moment compared to this or the visual novel. So it is weird to think about just because the anime is much shorter in ways, but there is aspects where the anime does in moments outshine the visual novel. And that's one of those key scenes because it does try to fix it, at least not make it as deplorable. And I really appreciate that because, again, when it came to the anime, the series, the anime director played through the original Steins game 6 times, which for context, the game is like at least 40 to 50 hours long, depending on how you play it, obviously. But even if it, let's say 30 hours, that's still over in like 180 hours. The guy like went through to get the adaptation to be as concise as possible. So there's a lot of decisions the anime does make I do think kind of work better, or they know what to cut and they're very strategic in it. That's one of those where I'm like on the same page with the director of seeing that scene and thinking that's a bit too harsh. I gotta think of a way to tweak it, and that's a good addition, and I like that a lot more. And I think it's a lot better and a lot stronger of how you do that, because you do have a little bit of reprieve after that. and it kind of lingers on that because it is a bit uncomfortable, especially because you see it animated, and even, I mean, just seeing her visually, like, just the character acting too. Just it did a great job, but not just this scene. I just want it just how scared it made her. Like it deserved like a moment to like chill and like process that situation. Because she's like, you know, gripping the couch and she's just very scared. Like that, it earned that like moment of just decompression. I don't know. I liked what they were trying to go for in making this not as harsh. I really appreciate that because I don't like seeing her like that. It's a good scene. Point is that the anime did a great job fixing that. Because this moment, if I didn't elaborate on it and just kind of, because it almost kind of like wants to forget it with how quick it kind of wants to do it. And it's kind of cute. Okabe throws the drink at her and she doesn't catch it. And it's like, oh well, she's klutzy. It's like way too. I don't know, that's like Okabe's way of trying to like make it not as bad. I don't know. I do think the anime approaches this a little bit better. I think it works a little more stronger. And it's just something I think about a lot. I don't know. So let's see what they do here. I want to see how they continue this onwards after that. She ended up being no help at all in regards to Shining Finger. But I suppose I just can't say nothing. I got the goods over. Oh god, she's gonna reply like instantly to that. With how quick she replies. I send as concise a message as possible. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'm gonna completely eat my words. I turn back to Krisu, but the reply comes before I can open my mouth. What good? You mean the IBN 5100? Gimme. Gimme, what nonsense is this? Sorry, but I'm not the owner. I can't just give it to you. Is he gonna talk to Krisu? Are they gonna... maybe I'll eat my words here. I'll absolutely eat my words. I want to see where this goes. Because he seems like he wants to talk to her. I sent that. Another instant reply. Go. Another instant reply. Okay. I didn't even get my phone down. She'll disappear and I'll never see the IBN 5100 again. Lending is a no-go. I'll let you see it. No touchy. Come at the lab. Here's the address. Okay. Once I send her our address, the replies finally cease.
待たせたな、クリスティーナ。
I glance up and spy Krisu taking a sip from her bottle.
ほう。助手はドクペがいける口か？
本場で7年過ごしてきたからな。
I'll see they're bonding over that. Okay.
なるほど。お前とはいい飲み友達になれそうだ。
私は未成年よ。
そうではない。ドクペを飲み交わす友達という意味だ。
It's cute, like it's a cute scene. See, my brain just thinks like the anime because they did this all before that outburst. That I feel like is a better placement for this moment. I don't know, we're gonna see where this goes, like if they add anything. I just want to give it the benefit of the doubt.
それ限定なのか。
Immediately, I explained how Daru and I hacked in the CERN. Is this how? That seems like an odd cut. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see how they do this here. I want to see how they do this here because I.
Toma! と呼ぶように。
Kurisu snaps at me and turns away. Are those tears I see? Yeah, they describe it even more too here.
もしかして泣いたのか？
あられて恐怖を感じちゃったりなんかしてないし、その後のあんたのバカゼリフにほっとして涙が出ちゃったわけでもないからな。
And I definitely wasn't relieved we started talking like an idiot again. Yeah. Mm.
わけでもないからな。
Oh, why don't I just? Oh, I hate her. I hate to see her upset like this.
女子が
I want to see where
そ
this
れで
goes.
燃えるけど。
ねえ、話を聞かせてくれ。ねえ、話を聞かせてくれないの
？Picks up the ball off the floor, then shoots me a glare. Then she explains it. Yeah, all this is like the same way as the original. Look and see Chrissy drinking Dr. P.
おお、女子はドクターペッパーがいける口か。
本場で7年過ごしてきたからな。
なるほど。お前とはいい飲み友達。
Yeah, it's interesting how it's portrayed here. Like the fact that she winks, it's almost like she kind of picks herself back up a lot quicker than what I'm remembering, what I'm seeing in Reboot. But yeah, the anime itself, it does this before the freak out, which I think works a little bit stronger. Like this moment here.
Oh, I see you're drinking that soda with extraordinary aplomb.
7 years in the States? What do you expect?
We could.
Yeah, see, it's like it does this beforehand while they're playing the game. It just works a little better, I think. I don't know. Again, maybe it's because I saw the anime first, so therefore, like, this is my introduction. But I do think it just feels like a better placement to have it at before that crash out. Because it does seem like they're trying to, like, forget about it. And the anime really tries to linger on it and make it... treat it a little more seriously than kind of brushing aside. I don't know, that's just how I kind of interpret it. But yeah, they do this beforehand, and it's cute. It's a cute little scene of them, like, essentially liking the same drink and bonding over that a little more. It's cute. It works. It works really good. It's a great interaction. This is why, like, Dr. Pepper always resonates with me, because I always think of these two when it comes to that. So that's a cute scene. Immediately, I explain how Daru and I hacked the CERN. This is where she's talking to Kurisu about all this. Now they already have the LHC in operation for 9 years, and how they've successfully created many black holes. How it looks like they're researching time travel. Also how they haven't disclosed any of that to the world.
確かにセルンは妙だけど、それと IBN5100 とどういう関係が？
セルンのデータベースに IBN5100 が使われているのだ。
だから？
そのデータベースの情報を解読するには、同じく IBN5100 を使うほかないということだ。
なんでそうわかるのよ。
とある筋からの情報だ。
I don't drop Tiger's name. I have no doubt this genius girl will laugh if I did. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Kabe, only if you knew.
IBN5100 云々はともかく、
sending IBN 51 in such a
セルン
size.
が本当にそんな研究をしてるのか確証が欲しい。
Sure, we didn't get any definite proof of CERN's time travel research last time we hacked them.
ダル、セルンのサーバー管理者のパスワードを見つけるのは
Oh, sorry, Daru. It's probably Moeka. No, it's Lukaka. Okay. Oh, I wouldn't want Hashi to send to hyperventilate. I really want to cook for you, Okabe-san, but it's probably best if I don't. Daru will take much longer to find the server admin's account.
ちょうどこれからやろうと思ってたんよ。半日はかからないんじゃね？
Actually, I was just thinking about doing that. It shouldn't take more than half a day, I guess.
というわけだ。
There you go.
じゃあそれまで待つか。
I guess it is interesting too. I guess if you want to interpret, I'm just thinking more out loud here because I do want to give the visual novel at least a little more slack. Because if Kurisu was really, really upset, like truly upset with that situation, how Okabe handled that, like freaked out, which he called him by his name, she really could have just left the lab and just ran away and just never come back. Like she could have absolutely done that, but she didn't. Now, it doesn't elaborate on it just yet why she wouldn't do that, but that is something to really think about. That I can at least, I'm sure there's a deeper interpretation of that. Like if someone was that terrified, that scared of him, truly, she would just bolted out the door and just ran away. But she didn't. And it is to her credit, as much as she got scared, she picked herself back up pretty quick. It didn't really affect her for too long. And now she's kind of back to herself. Even that maybe that Dr. Pepper scene is kind of supposed to be like Okabe's way, just being kind of just normal. And she does kind of pick herself back up relatively quickly, all things considered. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be that upset, or I'm taking it way too much to heart. I don't know, but it's just, it's hard to not see that and how sudden it comes across and just not feel like a little bit awkward about it. I don't know. But that is something to at least think about or consider that I'm sure you could probably read into a lot more. And again, like character analyzation, like this is like the Robin series or this, where like I really think about a lot, and it's just interesting to me. So the game definitely gives you stuff to kind of think about. Because yeah, like even here, reboots, this section and reboot and the original they follow this very faithfully. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it's totally perfect, because Daro's comments about it, basically like, oh, she's acts strong and vulnerable on the surface. Like, well, in that particular instance, it's not even really fair to judge that much, because I feel like anyone, well, would be that like awkward or feel like that. I don't know. It's just it's the moment that I think the anime just handles it a little bit better. But it's things to consider, just in other options or other interpretations. I want to try to be fair, or at least try to understand it more. I don't know. But let's just continue onwards. I think we're nearing the end of the chapter. Or at least we're pretty close to it, I think.
待つってもう夜になってる件について。今日は一度帰って明日の朝また来れば。
That's a good question.
いいえ、待たせてもらう。1マイクロ秒でも早く知りたいから。
Oh, that's actually interesting. She's actually going to stay there like the whole night. Even despite all of that. It says a lot. That says a lot right there. I mean, just because she's eager to figure it out, but like wants to know as soon as possible. But yeah, this is where the curiosity comes in. I like that.
いい心がけだ。
He's so clearly thinking like, yeah, she's thinking like just like me here, which is funny.
もはや
That's cute.
セルンに隠された陰謀に魅了され、知りたくてたまらないという様子だな。
God, okay. You don't have to literally describe that all to her. She's gonna like punch you. Not literally, but.
あんたたちの言うことがもし事実だとするなら、こんなふざけたことってない。
She's got a point.
セルンは世界最高の研究機関なのよ。そこが実験結果を公表せずに極秘で実験してるなんて、世界中の研究者をバカにしてる。もし事実ならだけど。
ではダル、任せたぞ。
According to Darrow's research, IBN 5100 weighs 25 kilos. We'll leave it in the corner of the room for now.
電話レンジ見せてもらってもいい？
よかろう。実験してみるか？
あれ以来一度も再現はできてないのよね。過去へメールを送る現象。理由は把握してる？
I can only shake my head.
ちょっと試してみましょう。しかしこの部屋ガラクタだらけね。
ガラクタではない。お前はまだ知らないようだから特別に教えてやろう。これは我ら未来ガジェット研究所がその科学力の推を結集させて発明した栄えある未来ガジェットたちである。ここに保管されているのは未来ガジェット1号から7号までであり、電話レンジカッコ仮は未来ガジェット8号にナンバリングされるのだ。
未来ガジェットね。ちょっとこれって兵器じゃないの？
未来ガジェット4号機モアッドスネークだ。クレイモア地雷に似せて作られた瞬間加湿器なのだ。
紛らわしいな。
水を入れて電源を入れればわずか数秒で大量の蒸気が噴き出す。
やっぱりガラクタだな。
Risu sighs and shakes her head as she sets the Moe snake back on the shelf.
これ借りるわよ。
I'm borrowing this. Without another word, she grabs a fresh lab coat that had been folded up and placed on the shelf.
やっぱり落ち着くな、白衣。
Yay! The moment! The moment! She puts on the lab coat. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, she's so happy with it. My heart. Oh, it's too much.
Whoa!
Okay. I'm overcome with emotional fervor. I probably said that wrong. I take Kurisu by the hand and squeeze it tight.
ジョシュよ、お前は分かっているじゃないか。
何がよ、話してよ。
Oh, it's adorable. My heart.
やはり研究開発においては白衣こそがユニフォームだよな。
I told Daro as much countless times, but he never listens. I see now that my assistant is different. I didn't even have to ask her.
やはり俺の目に狂いはなかった。クリスティーナ、お前は最高の助手だ。
Oh, so fucking adorable.
褒めてくれてるのかもしれんが、私にしてみれば侮辱されてるとしか思えんぞ。
Oh.
おい。
No, Kurisu, no, it's actually, he really actually means it. It's just he's such a dork in how he expresses himself. Oh. Oh, it's so adorable. Oh, my heart. The lab coat scene is one of my, it's up there in like the most adorable, fucking wholesome moments. It's essentially, I want to keep going, I want to let the scene finish out. Kurisu breaks her hand away from
その白衣はラボ面加入記念としてお前にプレゼントしよ もともと誰も使っていなかったのだ。気兼ねすることはない。あるいはその白衣は元からお前に巡り合うべくして巡り合ったのかもしれん。
Mayuri, that reminds me. Didn't you try eating raw meat one time? What? I remember you were laughing like gihi, and then you were absent for school for about a week. After it made you sick, why did you do that? Again? What? Oh my lord, I don't remember this. It must be because I'm responding to Mayuri's message a certain way, and I'm getting these. I don't remember the fucking raw meat story. Sorry, Kurisu. What the raw meat? What does he gotta say about this? To make a long story short, that was basically a forbidden ceremony introduced to Europe in the Middle Ages. That ceremony later became the modern carnival. The bullshit Okabe says is just, he can weasel out of any, like, situation. Or any stupid shit that happens to him. It really feels like me at points. Like, that reply, that sounds like something I would do. God, it's fucking funny. Sorry, Kurisu. That Mayuri one was too good. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That's probably not something I've never gotten before. Or perhaps this very lab code is destined to make its way to you from the start. That's so... my heart. Oh, it's so adorable. Help.
ダルが着ようとしなかったのもまた必然。すべてはシュタインズに。
くだらないこと言ってないで実験してみましょう。
Kurisu looks at the machine, deep in thought.
これって電子レンジの方は何もいじってないんでしょ？
That's the lab coat scene is just so adorable. Just because again, it's kind of like with that Rickroll comment, and they mentioned that before with her by like, but I refuse. So it keeps that spirit. Like it's just she's just getting more and more comfortable and relaxed, and just her putting on that lab coat just makes her feel so comfortable. It's just another way of just kind of opening herself up and just feeling more herself. And I think that's really adorable that she just takes it. It's like I'm wearing it now. It's cute. It's just... And Okabe just absolutely falls apart seeing that, because it's just... He's like, oh my god, she gets it. They both find it cool. They both find it neat and cool to where... This is one of those aspects where they... It's that like, first instance you kind of see, oh, they're kind of similar in a way. With this, and like how they think about what that lab coat can, like, mean to them. Just Kurisu's just way, like, nowhere nearly as vocal about it, but both kind of share that same familiarity with that feeling. I love it. I love it so fucking much. I gotta go to the bathroom. And of course, this scene's lifted from the original, so no wonder why I'm, like, melting all over and falling apart. All over again, but it's just... It's so fucking good. So good. I love this. I'm going to the... I'm lingering on that shot. looking. And not shocked. I think part of the video, last video, got like demonetized. Just don't. I showed the freaking anime clips, obviously. I'm not shocked. But at least I can edit those out pretty easily. And I know I can probably do a little bit better with that. I'm not sure this stream's gonna probably get fucked with that too. But at least I know what to do or like how to combat that a little more with pausing. It's just sometimes I just don't think to pause. Let me see what exactly it might have got, like what sections or how many sections it might have gotten dinged for. Just because I'm kind of curious. Because I know exactly, like, probably happened like at least twice. Because I know there's 2 sections I knew. I freaking talked or let the clip play for too long. Surprised how quick it kind of picked up, though. Let's see what. Let's see what it got for. It's copyright claiming the fucking. Wait. It's claiming the fucking music? Are you out of your mind? It claimed the fucking music. It's not even the anime clips. I thought for sure it was gonna be that. No, it's the fucking the music. Well, what the fuck am I gonna do? I can't just have the game be silent. What the fuck is that? It is. It literally is the music. I am shocked. I really thought for sure it was going to be all the anime clips. It's all copyright audio. Well, I don't know what to tell them at that point, because what the fuck am I going to do? They want their freaking pennies, then they'll get their fucking pennies. I'm shocked. I really thought it was gonna be the fucking videos. I'm shocked it's not that, but it's the goddamn music. I wonder if I can lower it low enough. But that's not really a fun experience. This game is literally not designed to stream. Essentially, that's what it's telling me. That's fucking bullshit. That's what it's telling me. And I disagree. I can't believe it's not the anime clips. It's all for the fucking audio. The music. Asinine. Absolutely asinine. I can't just talk for 5 hours straight. Like, I gotta let the game just fucking breathe, right? I can't just talk throughout the whole thing. Ugh, I don't know. Let's see, let's continue onwards. Grisu looks at the machine deep in thought. So you haven't tampered with the microwave at all. That's what she says.
Georgie, terminal mode にしてある.
Constantly in terminal mode. It's a good line. Using another network external computer terminal to operate a program that cannot be run otherwise. Okay.
どんな設定にもできるのだ。市販されている電子レンジよりも無茶をさせることも可能だ。
放電現象が起きた時はどんな設定にしてた？
Is this like the lab coat's like a fucking superpower? She puts it on and she's going full on analysis mode. It's cute. I don't know. I'm sorry. Just Grisu in the lab coat. It's like the Kyoko effect, where like from Danganronpa, where like there's nothing like revealing, nothing like provocative, right? It's just I don't know. Maybe I just like a nice, appealing outfit. I don't know. Lab coat's just she rocks it. She rocks it. Okay, back to analyzation. How was it set when a discharge phenomenon occurred?
特に何も。出荷時設定のままだった。
Nothing out of the ordinary. It was it was at factory settings.
バナナもらうわよ。
それはマユリのものだ。
Those are Mayuri's.
だったらあんたに許可取らなくていいわね。明日新しいバナナ買ってくることにして。
What was that hiccup? Hello? What? That was weird. But yeah, good on Kurisu for basically saying, yeah, I'll buy frickin' Mayuri bananas. Something Okabe literally had to be like told and like fought to frickin' do. And Kurisu is just such a Chad that's just like, yeah, I'll buy her new bananas. Don't worry. Get a girl that loves bananas like Mayuri does, and Kurisu respects that. Oh my god. Kurisu plucks a lone banana from the bunch and sets it inside the phone wave named subject to change. She starts operating the machine with her phone. 120 seconds later, the remotely activated phone wave named subject to change chimed.
何も起きてない。
Nothing happened. The banana is still in the microwave, unjellified.
あっつ。
Ow.
温められてる。
It's hot. Good go.
レンジが普通に動作したということか。
This proves that the hidden function Mayuri found wasn't a freezing function, but we knew that already. We can't reproduce the jellification phenomenon, much less send mail to the past.
どういうことだ?
What does this mean?
やっぱりこの前起きたことはイレギュラーだったっていうことかな。
イレギュラーだろうがなんだろうが、原因を究明せねばなるまい。
Oh my heart, I'm just so happy they're working together. They're on the same wavelength. Oh my heart, I love it. Stop, I know I'm simping hard, but it's just... They're a good fucking team. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going, shut up.
それには同意。
I agree, Christy, I will shut up. Kurisu's motives and my motives are probably the exact opposite. It's funny, it's not saying they're on the same team. They both have their reasons. My system here wants to disprove my theory. The phone wave is in fact a time machine. My system here wants to disprove my theory.
この前の実験では、
In the previous experiment,
ちぎられたバナナは電話レンジカッコ仮で120秒間を過ごした後、ゲル化してバナナの房へと瞬間移動した。
the lone banana spent 120 seconds inside the phone wave. The name subject change turned gelatinous and instantly appeared as if it had never been detached from the original bunch.
これは120秒前の状態に戻ったと考えるべきだ。
In other words, it went back to the state it was 120 seconds ago.
違う。120秒前の状態に戻るならゲル化はしない。
So she wants to say that because it was jellified, it didn't travel back in time.
唐揚げはゲル化せず冷凍状態に戻ったぞ。
そのゲル化せず冷凍状態に戻ったっていうロジックも怪しい。冷凍されていただけでゲル化そのものは起きていた可能性については検証した？
No, I didn't. I think Mayuri ate the refrozen chicken.
塩に関してはゲル化はしなかった。
Salt didn't jellify.
何も変化しなかったって定義すべき。
この前の放電現象が発生した後、徹夜で実験したが、キャベツ、大根、米、こんにゃく、メロンパン、ガルガリ君、カップ麺。
What is Crunchy Coon? Oh, a brand of popsicle. Popular throughout Japan in addition to standard soda flavor. Over 50 varieties are sold, including cola, grape, and limited promotional flavors. Win may be written on one part of the popsicle. A winning stick earns a free popsicle. The chances of winning are rumored to be around 2%. Okay. Thank you, game.
いずれも何も起きなかった。液体に関しても同様だ。あの日は放電現象の前後で実験の成功率が180度変わった。 放電現象前は全て成功、放電現象後は全て失敗。
レンジが電気を溜め込んでるとか？ゲル化したものはフラクタル構造のようだったって言ってたわよね。塩はもともと単重構造だから影響を受けないのかな。電気とどんな関係が？
ここはタイムトラベル理論を前提に考えてみるべきだ。
ダメ。結論ありきで考えるのは良くない。
すでにいくつも実験成功例があるのに、それを否定するのか？
私は別にこれがタイムマシンじゃなくてもちっとも困らないから。そもそもこの小さな電子レンジの中でビッグバンに匹敵するエネルギーが発生してると定義するのは無理がある。放電現象の再現、それにフラクタル構造化の再現、どちらもできなくなってしまった理由があるはず。やり方は何も変えてない。設定も全く変えてない。実験対象も変更なし。それ以外で変動する条件というと、
誰が観測するかだな。
何よそれ。
量子論だ。観測者は実験の重要な要素だ。
放電現象が起きた時はここには4人いた。でもその前に橋田さんが1人の時にも発生してる。フラクタル構造化した実験の時は2人や3人の時があった。私たちは2人ともどちらの現象も見てる。つまり条件は変わってないはず。
だとしたら、腹が減ったのか？
うるさいな。お昼から何も食べてないのよ。もう8時か。
バナナを食うがいい。実験で使った食材は美味しくいただけ。あるいは買い置きのカップ麺があるが。いらないか？やはりアメリカ生活が長いとファーストフードの方が好きになるものなのか。
カップ麺。
何？
カップ麺もらう。
カップ麺をか？
ちなみに味は？
醤油味と塩味がある。
塩味。それとフォークある
？Yep, the fork mention. I wonder if the original did that too with the fork mention, because I know that's like it's a big element. So I want to see if they include that or it's an addition, because the fork lore with her is such a rabbit hole. It is absolutely ridiculous how it can get convoluted. So I do kind of want to see how they do this. How they did this originally, or if it was even brought up.
待たせたな、クリスティーナ。助手はドクターペッパーが
もらうわ。
カップ麺をか？
See what they do here.
ちなみに
Cup noodles,
味は？
what flavors, all from the anime as well. Chicken flavor,
塩味。
chicken, same. She seemed in the mood to eat, same line.
フォーク。
Yeah, okay, it's still there. Also, do you have a fork? Oh, but she gets embarrassed. Yep, it's all there. Okay. Hey, that's good. It's all the same. That might be the most easiest, like, comparison breakdown ever. Literally, it's, like, pretty simple. Yeah, alright, let's keep going. It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, two of us silently ate cup noodles and more banana. Warm bananas. Torres said he didn't want any, and ever since then, we've been examining the phone wig name subject to change. Oh, they're spending time together. Wholesome. The last, like, what, 4 hours? Because it's midnight now. I fiddle with the terminal setting through the X6800. 1000. Most of the program have been rewritten by Daru, meaning I can barely understand what was going on regardless. Despite the fact that it's early morning, Kurisu still shows no sign of leaving. The trains aren't running as of late, so I guess she might not be able to leave even if she wanted to. Don't tell me she plans to stay. This lab has never had a woman stay overnight before. Mayuri abides by her curfew, so she always returns to her family in Aikiburo. That sounds really amazing. Next time let me know so I can try too. I promise to eat all the raw meat I can fit in my... Oh my god. Mayuri, no. Okabe, no, I have no choice but to reply. I can just ignore it, but I'm kind of curious where this conversation's gonna go. Because eating raw meat isn't supposed to be... No, Okabe, please tell her don't eat it. For the love of God. Please be normal. Tell her no. Don't. It's not something an amateur could pull off. It's a double-edged sword. Okay, he says it in his own Okabe way, but I'll give him props. He frickin' saves her frickin' eating raw meat. Jesus Christ, Mayuri was gonna frickin' do it, too. Jesus... Okabe props. He has a limit. He knows that much. Don't eat raw meat. Hell yeah. That is cute that Kurisu stayed overnight, though. I like that. I mean, she's so fixated on the work, she literally just stayed up all night just tinkering with it. I like that. I guess it's kind of... It makes it feel like as if she's trying to do that to provoke me wrong just for her own selfish reasons. But it's that... I mean, I guess that's how you could take it in the moment, but I always felt there was something more with it. That wasn't all about to provoke me wrong and, like, rub it in his face and be mean. It does come from a genuine place of just wanting to be there with him. And I think just part of it is too just experimenting for fun. I think it's a mix of the two. She's not a monster like that. Like, there's I don't know. But it is interesting that she stayed up all night. I don't know. Shit, I'm frickin' doing that right now. Yeah, it's interesting to note that that's never happened before. Like, no girl has stayed at his house overnight. It's funny. Alright, let's continue. Daru and I, however, crash here frequently. Honestly, it wouldn't be a stretch to say I live here.
クリスティーナ、こんな時間までここにいていいのか？せめて家に連絡したらどうだ?
I'll already get the line here. Okay, it's a little bit later than what I remember in like the anime, but I think this is gonna be just as good as I remember.
連絡なんて必要ないから。
No need.
何？お前の親は放任主義なのか？
父親とはかれこれ7年は会ってない。母親はアメリカ。私は今はホテル暮らし。わかった？
Living in a hotel.
このセレブめ！アメリカ人ならホテルよりモーテルだろう。
Okabe, no. I was gonna say, again, that's another big moment too. Just getting that. Why she chose to probably stay there. Obviously, just to experiment, because she has such a fun thrill with it. But also, just I think, just to not be alone. She just didn't want to be alone. She's been the story dives deeper into this. But this is kind of foreshadowing that too. That she just doesn't want to be alone. That's endearing as fuck. Obviously, you don't think about that too long because Okabe is going into calling her a celebrity by living in a motel or a hotel. Don't you Americans stay in motels instead of hotels?
私はアメリカ人じゃないし、東京のど真ん中にモーテルはないでしょ。
どんなホテルだ？
どんなって。お茶の水にある普通のホテルよ。
お茶の水？ではここから歩いて帰れるではないか。
まあね。
では父親の件について聞こう。
は
7年会っていないと言ったな。
なんであんたが私の父親に興味持つのよ。
お前がこれ見よがしに父親のことを口にしたのではないか。それはつまり
父親の件について相談に乗ってください。お願いします。
というメッセージだろ
そんなわけあるか。
う。よかろう。お前は俺の助手だ。助手の悩みには乗ってやらなければな。というわけで張り切って話すがいい。どうした？
あんたに話すことなんて何もない。
そうか。お前の父親はもともとは英雄だった。
I don't remember this at all. I think this is all new.
だがやがてその身を悪に染め、今や帝国の幹部として黒マスクと黒マントを身につけ広報と言っているのだな。
Oh my god, he's referencing Star Wars Okabe. Stop.
そして将来的に親子で戦う運命にもしかしてすごく怒っているか？
人の家庭の問題をそうやって茶化さないで。あんた今私の心に土足で踏み込んだのよ。
Yes. Maybe I should apologize. I try to think of the words, but before I could say anything. Oh, okay. This is okay. I am really, God, I don't remember that in the visual novel at all. I don't think this happened at all, if I remember correctly. Past 8 o'clock. Unless I'm remembering it wrong. Teresa's been examining AC adapter lab's electrical switchboard for a while, though we stopped her when she tried to disassemble them. Oh, okay, so in the visual, okay, so it actually is, they go into this little, like, what they've been doing, like, the last 4 hours a little bit longer. She shows no sign of leaving. She's been in Japan, wait, hold on. Where is she staying anyways? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she did say she was going back to America this month. Yeah, that's another interesting point too. She said she was going to go back this month, so it's either the 1st, like it was supposed to happen the 1st, and it hasn't happened yet. It's interesting. I guess that's an interesting thing to keep in mind, that she was supposed to leave at least as early as the 1st. Trains aren't running as late, so I guess she may not be able to leave if she wants. Don't tell me she plans to sit. No girls ever stayed here. Okay, this is all the same.
Christina, 託したらどうだ?
Is it okay for you to stay this late?
お前の親は放任主義なのか?
What does she say here? Turns to new size. I wonder if I'm remembering it wrong. Yeah, that's the same. Not American. Okay, that's the same.
お茶の右? ではここから歩いて帰れるではないか?
Tell me if I... Okay, this did all happen. Okay, I didn't remember.
7年会っていないと言ったな。これ見よがしに父親のことを口にしたのではないか。それはつまり父親の件について相談に乗ってください。お願いします。というメッセージだろう。お前は俺の助手だ。助手の悩みには乗ってやらなければな。
It is interesting to kind of see this addressed that early on. I must have forgotten about it. I thought it was new. I thought it was new. I didn't know it happened that early, like this little inclination. Nope, we actually did try to like approach the situation, but she's like, Nana's. There's like a little distance there. I like it's interesting to kind of pick apart that aspect of it. Hello, what if? Hope your day is okay. Yeah, I think it's going okay. Thanks for asking. You are my assistant, and I can't let my assistant have any worries.
というわ
Tell
け
me
で
everything
張り切って話すがいい
that's on your mind. I guess it's unfortunate just because the way Okabe kind of presents it. It's the same way here in Reboot as well. Where he says this, but Baby Kurisu's not totally sure how like sincere he is. I don't know if she's totally figured it out, and it's a very sensitive subject, so it's... I do like that there's that like progression, even before we get to this later in the game. It's interesting because that adds more progression with that. So that I like that. I must have forgotten about this since it was. It says for more. It said she glares at the circuit box on the wall.
どうした分かったぞお前の父親はもともとは英雄だったが
Father was a hero, but then he fell to evil, and now he wears black
マスクと
mask.
ブルマントを身につけ後方行っているのだなそして将来的に親
Yeah,
子で
but the
戦う運命に
same Star Wars reference tangent, which he doesn't tolerate because it's a very serious situation. He's kind of turning it into like a joke. I get it. I don't blame her for reacting this way here.
もしかしてすごく怒っている
But he gets it. I appreciate that he gets it. He gets it that he didn't say the right thing here.
人の家族の問題をそうやって茶化さないであんた今私の心に土足で踏み込んだのよ
Okabe gets it. Must be really... Yeah, apologize. Try to think of the words before, but say something. And then that's when Daro comes in. Yep, okay. It's all the same. It's all the exact same. I don't think there's really anything wrong with how they adapt this here. I was just surprised, because I must have not remembered that. Damn. But yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They did a good job then. They adapt that as it should. But clearly, even by chapter 2, yeah, it's still a really touchy subject. And she's definitely got a little bit. It's just like those steps to that, to learning more with her. Like we're not 100% there, but we're getting there. She's wearing a lab coat. She's making like references to like memes and stuff. So we're seeing a little bit. We're seeing that progression. We're not all the way there yet, and that's a very loaded thing that demands the seriousness of the situation a little bit more than how Okabe was presenting that. And Okabe completely misunderstands the severity of it. And to his credit there and how he handles it and like his inner thoughts, we clearly get he realized he messed up. Way better there than how he did it with the earlier where he freaks out about her calling him Okabe. So that's a lot better presented, even in the original visual novel and here. So good job across the board. I think that was handled well in how they do that. It keeps Okabe. It balances Okabe a lot, where he realizes, oh, I said too much. I should have handled this a little better. And he was gonna apologize, and then this situation comes up, and it's gonna kind of get both of their minds off that topic. Great way to progress that. And that's what's great about the dynamic. It's not perfect. It's not like Okabe comes out 100% saying the right things, doing everything. Kurisu's kind of in the same boat. I would say kind of Kurisu's a lot more... There's less things to really criticize her with. But I like that there's just that progression. The way it evolves. That level of thought. Because there's always that... You always want that. So I like that it doesn't start off 100% good. Or there's clearly... Okabe has to learn just a little more, handle a situation with a little more care. So that was good. Good scene. I'm harping on these two a lot for a lot of reasons, but like just as the dynamic alone. I don't want to spoil too much, but like, yeah, that was good. That was good across the board. Reboot did a good job with that. I appreciate they kept that intact. that's a good scene. I just didn't remember it. See, it's hard to remember every single solitary thing in a game that's like 40 fucking hours long. Or 50. Yeah, that was one I literally thought was brand new. It's like, oh, we're getting into this a little bit early. Okay. That was really good, though. Daru's war cry echoes through the lab.
ダル、やったのか？
ミッションコンプリート。サーバー管理者の ID とパスを手に入れたぜ。これでもう士官し放題だ。ヒャッホー！
IBN5100 が使われている方のデータベースは
そっちは独立して存在してるわけで、今回は全然関係ないだろ、上皇。そもそもそんな特殊なプログラムで組まれたデータベースじゃアクセスできる人間だって限られるっしょ。所長クラスでもアクセスできないっぽい。
所長クラス以上の役職など存在するのか？
セルン評議会ってのがあるらしい。
ふむ。評議会とはいかにもなネーミングだな。
いかにもって何が？
ラスボスとしてのネーミングに決まっているだろう。
Kreese looks at me coldly. Whatever, let's leave the IBN B100 database for another day.
ダル、早速タイムトラベル理論についての情報があるか調べてくれ。
オーキードーキー。前に調べた時 Z プログラムってのが怪しかったよな。
それとゼリーマンズレポートだ。
We couldn't get concrete information on either before.
常習よ。とくと見ておくがいい。そしてその目に焼き付けろ。セルンがしている世界への欺瞞という現実をな。
うほ、見つけた。 LHC 計画担当責任者来たこれ。
責任者ということはかなり重要なポストだな。
今そいつの PC を覗いてるよ。 Z プログラム Z プログラムと
Z はゼリーの略で間違いないな。
ゼリーは J よ。JELLY。
ブー、オカリンだっせ。
つまりそんな単純なネーミングのはずがないのだ。これには重要な意味が隠されている。
Can't bullshit your way out of this one, Okabe. You misspelled it. Just accept it. You can't even accept that. You fucking bastard. Jesus Christ.
間違いなくダブルミーニング。
Jesus Christ, double meaning. That's... I know what it means, but I just want to see what the game's gonna say. Single word or phrase that can mean two different things at once, yeah. Oh, baby, freaking bastard.
お、来た来た。
The image on a monitor appears to be a scan of some old papers. Letterhead reads, Z program top secret.
プログラム立案日は1973年になってるよ。
Program's date says 1973.
セルンができたのは
When was CERN formed?
1954年。
1954. I thought maybe CERN was formed with the Z program in mind, but 54 means my guess was way off.
IBN5100 が発売されたのは
When was the IBN 5100 put on the market?
1975年。
That makes John tighter. Okay, that's when it... Okay, that ties in with that. So maybe that's why the IBN 5100 was central to CERN's operations. No, that's wrong. It can't be something as stupidly simple as that. There has to be a worldwide conspiracy involved. Perhaps the IBN's unique hidden programming language function was installed specifically for CERN's Z program.
うげえ JPEG かよ、ふざけんな。コピペできないじゃん。
Is the game really giving me an explanation what a JPEG is? Thank you, game. I really couldn't imagine I would never know what that meant.
うん。テキストはフランス語じゃないんだ。
What's on the screen right now looks like English.
いや、フランス語やらオランダ語やらドイツ語で書かれたものもあるよ。中身は同じみたいだけど。
時空の支配とそれに基づく歴史の破壊。
To achieve domain over space and time, and the annihilation of history itself.
言い換えれば、過去から未来までを含む委員会による完全なる理想郷を実現することは。
Ruled over by the committee. That's the second time they mentioned just the committee.
21世紀に向けてのセルンの存在意義となるだろう。
Such is CERN's ultimate purpose in the 21st century.
あ、そっか。マキセ氏って英語できるんじゃん。
でかした助手。お前がアメリカに留学したのも全て今日この時のためだったのだな。
そんなわけあるか。勝手に運命感じないで。本実験計画は機密保持のため、また臨機応変な計画面の変更を可能にするため Z プログラムと命名された。 Z とはすなわちオメガでありヤーである。その名に意味あるいは何らかの情熱的な精神を込めることを禁止する。プログラム従事者に不利益を与えることが推測されるためである。 Z プログラムは国家間の枠組みを超えた極秘共同プロジェクトであり、電磁波研究と同じく300人委員会から承認を受けた最優先研究事項である。
I was wondering if they're going to mention the Committee of 300. It's really vague here, but I'm happy they finally listed it. The Unseen Masters, a secret organization rumored to manipulate the world behind the scenes. Simply the various royal families, intelligence agencies, major banking institutions, and the secret societies spoken of by conspiracy theorists are all merely puppets of the Committee of 300. It is also believed that nearly every major company, police force, and research institution is under the committee's thumb. One theory states that the Committee of 300's ultimate goal is to establish a new world order via human domestication project. With the exception of the elites, the world's population will be reduced to 1 billion, and that remaining 1 billion will be enslaved. So essentially, the Committee of 300 is another word for the Illuminati. Yes, the game is establishing this as a thing. They have gone so fucking far into the CERN thing. The Illuminati is a part of CERN of some factor, which is fucking wild. This is another one of those big scenes that adds to, like, they're really getting into some, like, crazy shit. And it's kind of... Oh, it's exciting. I'll say that. I don't want to say too much. But it is interesting to kind of hear some of this stuff now. We're, like, really learning more about CERN. Just hearing some of this stuff. And just the future, or, like, what is proposed of the potential future. Just the descriptions. Like, we're not, like, visually seeing it, but we're hearing all of this. It's fucking scary. Does a great job of that. But yeah, I just want to point that out because it's another interesting element.
以後、セルンにおいて行われる他の研究のすべては、この Z プログラムの隠れ蓑として機能させることが決定された。
I guess Krisu's reading the preface to a document. It's getting rather dull.
Z プログラムの具体的な内容は書かれていないのか？
あった。これ、
なんだ？
Z プログラムでは高エネルギーの陽子衝突を用いた時空間転移実験を行う。
The time-space displacement experiments. In other words,
タイムトラベル実験。
Oh, that's a reveal.
まさか本当だったなんて。しかも40年近く前から世界中の科学者を欺いてきたっていうの。
Oh shit, it's fucking real. They've been working on it. It's been in their mind for decades. Since the 70s. Holy shit. Another big bombshell.
俺の睨んだ通りだな。セルンの裏には巨大な闇が潜んでいる。おそらく機関、あるいはそれに準ずる組織だ。
何が機関だ、この中二病。たまには真面目に話しなさい。
バカを言うな。俺の言葉は常に真実を指しているぞ。
This is probably one of the few times where this Okabe nonsense may not totally be Chunibyo bullshit. Wherever the organization Okabe wants to assign it with, like the Committee of 300 is like an even higher authority, he's not totally off the mark. Shockingly. I don't know, like, thinking about it, like, it's interesting to kind of think, like, maybe there's something, he may not be totally incorrect. It's just an interesting talking point, just because it's just funny to think about it in hindsight. Though his excuse doesn't make his statement any clearer, because it just kind of comes across as like normal Chunibyo nonsense, which I can't even really blame for Kurisu really like thinking that. It's just funny.
つうか、機関っていうより委員会じゃね？そう書いてあったし。
300人委員会か。セルン評議会とはまた別のものと思うけど、何を指してるのかしら。
世界はあらゆる欺瞞で満ちている。お前たちが思っているほど美しい。
話聞けよ、オカリン。
Freaking skipped over that.
世界はあらゆる欺瞞で満ちている。お前たちが思っているほど美しくはないのだよ。
Yep, that pause, that's why it threw me off.
聞いている。300人委員会こそあらゆる秘密結社、各国政府、あらゆる財閥の最上位に位置する。
また適当言って。
事実だ。嘘だと思うならネットでググるといい。
Google it. It's the truth, Google it. Telling Kurisu to Google it is just... She's so... Oh, it's just... I don't know why that's funny to me. I guess it's the irony.
これまで人類はどれだけ繁栄しようとも時間という壁に突き当たってきた。その壁を突破することのできるタイムトラベル技術は人類史を大きく塗り替えるだろう。文字通りの意味でな。かつての核兵器と同じく神に等しき存在になれる禁断の果実だ。それを得たいという誘惑に抗うことのできる者はいない。当然ながら権力を持つ者はあらゆる手段を用いて手に入れようとするだろう。人としての倫理など神を目指す者たちにとっては抱きすべきざれ言だ。わかるか、クリスティーナ。
ご公説をどうも。そこまでスラスラと喋れるっていうことはあんたも神を目指してるの？
この法王院京馬が望むのはそんな神候補どもの打倒、そして支配構造が崩壊した後の混沌だよ。
法王院に聞いてるんじゃない。私は岡部に聞いてる。
I like that. I like that little moment. She definitely gets it that there's like... She wants to know like the real opinion, not the Chunibyo bullshit. I like that she... It's simple. I just appreciate like she sees through this. Like, I like that. because it doesn't make her stupid. I like that. It's a nice little scene. This happens later in the game too, so it's actually interesting to see this like freezing here this early. So I don't know if this happens a second time, but it is interesting I'm seeing this early.
Oh! 俺は法院だ!
つまり自分を持ってないってことね。
He kind of figured it out. Damn you cruel assistants. How dare you attack my very identity.
そんなことよりマキセ氏、Z プログラムの続き、please。
ダール、そんなこととはどういう言い草だ。
陰謀論は聞き飽きた。オカリンの妄想より Z プログラムの方が気になるし。
I'm wondering if this was not in the original too, or if I'm misremembering it. I wouldn't be shocked if I got this wrong, but I'm curious to see what this scene looked like.
No! つまりそんな単純なネーミングのはずがないのだ。これには重要な意味が隠され。
He misspelled jelly. It's the same thing here.
フランス語じゃないんだ。
意味は同じ。
破壊、完全なる理想郷実現となるだろう。
マキセ氏って英語で
アメリカに留学したのも全て今日。
勝手に運命感じない。
Feels the same. I'm just curious because I just want to see that line about if she's asking, she wants to know what Okabe thinks, not hoeing. I want to see if that was here originally too.
気応変しないで。
It may not have. I don't know. Let me double check.
勝手に運命。
Yeah, he talks about the she can translate the text. It may come after this. Let me be a little fair here. I guess Risu is reading the preface to the document.
書かれていないのか。
There are types on a keyboard.
一つを用いた軸。
Time displacement, all the same.
世界中の科学者を欺いてきた。
That is interesting too. In the original, we don't even see her reaction, and here we actually do, which actually works pretty good considering like this is like her entire worldview thesis on like time travel, like not being realistically humanly possible, at least in this current time. So to see her reaction of that shock actually hits really, really good compared to the original where she's off screen. This is actually a rare case of Reboot actually hits this scene a little bit better. I will give Reboot a little bit of props here on that. That actually hit a little bit. That actually was that was a little bit better executed. Bravo.
っていうの。
裏にはあるいは実を指しているぞ。
また
お前たちが思っているほど。
話聞けよ。
委員会こそあらゆる財閥の。
また適当言って。
ネットでググるといい。あらゆる知っている。お前たちは。
思うけど。
もう書いてやったし。か。
言葉は常に。
たまには真面目に話しなさい。期間だ。
好きだ。
Oh, I don't think she asked for Okabe's opinion here. That happens later. That's interesting. So if they do this again, then this will be like intentional, like progression of Okabe's being a little more comfortable of his honest thoughts of the situation. I don't really mind that approach with that intent. I don't hate it. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting it.
何が期間だ。この中二病。たまには真面目に話しなさい。
常に真実を指しているぞ。
Let me double check. Let me make sure where this. Yeah, he says, like, Google it. So let's see how...
つか、悲観っていうより、
そしてバ
あ、真面
が潜んだと。
目向いてきたって40年無糖だったなんて。しかも40年近く前から。
They've been deceiving the world for 40 years. Yep, it's right there. Let's see. I'm gonna keep it up here.
世界中の科学者を欺いてきたっていうの。
Nearly 40 years.
俺の睨んだ通りだ
Just
な。
as I suspected.
セルンの裏には
A great
巨大な
shadow
影が潜んでいる。
lurks beneath the
おそらく
surface.
機関。あるいはそれに準ずる組織。
Yeah, so they merged these two lines essentially like into one. He says, just as I suspected, a great shadow lurks behind CERN. Just as I suspected. Yeah. Most likely the organization. I think it looks like it's about the same. It's worded a little bit differently, but it's essentially the same line here. Looking at it here. I wish I could fucking show it all on the same screen, but I literally need a bigger screen for that. Or I can make this screen smaller, but then it's not going to look as good. No, I can't really... I literally don't have much of a choice in terms of size. Yeah, just as I suspected. Yeah. Surface. Organization is one of its puppets. Chunibyo nutjob.
何が機関だこの中二病。たまには真面目に話しなさい。
Right there. Don't be ridiculous.
バカを言うな。俺の言葉は常に
My words are always
真
grounded
実を
in
指
truth.
しているぞ。
つか、機関っていうより、委員会じゃね？そう書いてあったし。
Yeah, it's right there.
300人委員
Committee
会
of
か。
300.
セルン評議会とは
Sounds related.
また別のものを指して
See
る
what
と思
Okubei
うけど
says next here.
何を指し
Should
て
be the
るのか
world
し
is full of lies, right?
世界はあらゆる疑問で満ちている。
Yep, it's right there. Okay.
お前たちが思っているほど
It's not as beautiful as you think.
美しくはないのだよ。
話聞けよ、オカリン。
聞いている。300人委員
I'm
会こそ
listening to Committee of
あらゆる秘密結社。
300. Right there. They skip a
各
line.
国政府。あらゆる財閥。
2300's dark power. It's this line here, essentially.
の最上位に位置する。
I want to see if they
闇だ。
purpose if I want to see what they say. Like what Risu says next here is you're just making things up again. Is that what she says?
また適当言って。
Yep, you're making things up again.
事実だ。嘘だ
It's
と
the
思う。
truth. Google it.
ネットでグ
If you don't, it's the truth. Google it if you don't believe it. Essentially the same line. It's just literally they swap Google around from the beginning, like the middle of the sentence to the end. Again, not a big deal. I don't care about that. Next comment is until now the human race for all its accomplishments.
これまで人類はどれだけ繁栄しようとも時間という壁に突き当たってきた。
The barrier called time. I want to see if Krisu frickin' says, what do you think about this as Halloween or as Okubei, not Halloween? Because that's important. I think that's really important for her to say that this early on. If it's going to have a payoff later, if it's going to intentionally have some kind of, I can't remember. I want to make sure.
その壁を突破することのできるタイムトラベル技術は人類史を
Technology, time
大
travel,
きく
that's
塗り
right
替える
here.
だろう。文字通りの意味でな。
Much like the one
か
table
つての
gold
核兵
note,
器と
nuclear
同じく
weaponry.
神に等しき存在になれる禁断の果実だ。
Actually split
そ
the
れを
atom.
得たいという
Mark this line is slightly different. I think it is slightly different. As we split the atom, this forbidden fruit with the power, all this. Yeah, forbidden fruit that will grant man godlike power. It's just this line here. It is worded a little bit differently, but it's essentially nothing, you know, a big deal really. No one can bear the temptation to seize it is the next line.
当然ながら権力を持つ者はあらゆる手段を用いて手に入れようとするだろう。
Actually, those in power. Okay, so they kind of merge like these two lines into one. And we got this line here. Those in power will do anything to snatch it.
人としての倫理だ
I
と
just want to make sure I'm not missing
神
this
を目指す
crucial
者
line.
たちにとっては抱きすべきざれ事だ。わかるかクリスティーナ。
Yeah, understand Christina, right there. It's all essentially the same. It's worded slightly different. That all could be generally because of translation improvements, or maybe it's not as strong of a translation. I genuinely don't know. I am not an expert in this field. All I know is these aren't really big enough changes to be a big deal. Because it's very close. It's very similar. Let's see what she says here.
ご公説をどう思
Wow, that was quite
う
a
そこまで
speech.
スラスラと喋れ
Since you seem to know so much about it, does that mean you're aiming for godhood
る
too?
っていうことはあんたも神を目指してるの
Aiming for godhood too? Yep, it's the
こ
same.
の法王院京馬が望むのは
What Hoin Kyoma desires is doom. Okay, it's that entire
そんな神候補ども
how
の打倒
the entire freaking Okabe tangent of a nighttime like not a nighttime, it's a lifetime. I'm not asking is Okabe. Fuck, I can't talk. I'm not. It is there. Okay, it is there. I'm not asking Hoin. I like how she even says her like the full name too. Interesting. I'm asking Okabe.
俺は法王院だ。
I am Hope. That's. I didn't notice that. See, I may be thinking of the anime in particular because they only mentioned that once. This is really fucking cool that they mentioned this early on. Because this. That's cool because he's so into like the Halloween stuff here. And it's gonna have a bigger payoff a little bit later. Because they're gonna do this later on. When the situation gets much more extreme. Because here, he's kind of still finding it to be kind of fun. That's the way I interpret like all the shit that's going on. Like, it doesn't... I don't think he understands the gravity of like what he's getting himself into just yet. He's still kind of finding it to be like neat. But this plays off... If they do this in Reboot, like I'm hoping... Because they did this once here, and this is following pretty one-to-one with the script here, that they're gonna do this a second time and pay this off, and it's gonna hit even harder. No wonder why these certain moments are so good, because the fucking writing, man. I love the fucking writing in this game sometimes. Not sometimes, just a lot. It's so much attention to detail in this first half. This is why I like the first half of the game is so compelling and interesting, because it's establishing and building upon itself all the time. And does a good job of that. Even though this stuff kind of feels like random or maybe boring, especially when you play through the second time, you start to kind of see the story it's telling, the build-up, setup, payoffs, even just that line, like that means something. I like that thought. So that is all originally there. Basically. In other words, you have your own reason. You don't have your own reason.
つまり自分を持ってないってことね
Yep, essentially all. Yeah, so that... I'll give some golf claps to Reboot for that. Certain things they like cut and trim. But that was good. That's a great... like, if they pay this off in later in one of the chapters, it's gonna hit even harder for this, because it's gonna parallel this scene here and how he handles the situation later, if that happens, because this is the setup for that. If Reboot can nail that and recreate that in I don't want to say what chapter to spoil it, but I know what chapter that's going to happen. Or at least it should. That'll be great. The potential's there, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's continue on. I know I went on a tangent for far too long about that, but that line, I remember that happening later when she asked the same question a second time. So that's a really, really big thing later on. Okay, continue, assistant.
頼み事するときぐらい誠意を見せなさいよ。
I agree.
プログラム第一段階、大型ハドロン衝突型加速器の建設および実用化。加速器については、1959年に完成した量子シンクロトロンからの半世紀にわたるノウハウ蓄積により一定成果を得ている。プログラム第2段階、リフターの実用化および調整。
Yeah, I mentioned the lifter again. I remember earlier in the chapter, I think they're talking about the lifter.
これにより、2つ以上の人工的な局所場特異点の生成およびカーブラックホールの生成を可能とする。なお、ブラックホール生成についての情報を意図的に曲解させてリークし、プログラム本来の目的について悟られぬようにすることが必要である。プログラム第3段階、動物実験。プログラム第4段階、
Krisu stops talking.
人体実験。
Holy shit. Human experimentation.
え
This is insane. Okabe, I think maybe he's starting to get it. This is insane. I was elated to discover that an institution as respect to CERN was actually doing time travel research. After all, we ourselves have succeeded, whether by chance or design, in producing our own time travel phenomenon. I thought that maybe we could beat CERN to the first functional time machine design. And wouldn't that be something? But, just like I said to Krisu, this world is full of lies. Morals are meaningless. Was it really okay for us to get involved in this?
なあ、オカリ。前にハッキングした時のことさ、覚えてる？
Remember when we hacked in last time?
確か、盗み読みしたメールに書いてあったよね。
One of the emails read, it said something similar, didn't it?
実験結果エラー、ヒューマンイズデッド、ミスマッチ。詳細は別紙ゼリーマンズレポートなんとかかんとか。それって人体実験となんか関係あんのかな？
My throat runs bone dry, sweat begins to bead at my forehead, but not from the heat. Krisu and Daru are waiting for me to speak. Are they entrusting the decision to me? I ask myself, is this really okay? Are you sure? There's no turning back. True, but I can live with myself if I ignore this conspiracy. But can I live with myself if I ignore this conspiracy? Jesus, I can't talk.
ダル、ゼリーマンズレポートを探してくれ。
Oh no.
マジっすか？
マジだ。ただし、クリスティーナ。
え？
お前はもう帰れ。
Oh. Now we're gonna get this scene. They're gonna adapt this faithfully. Here we go. Let's see how they do it.
なんで今さら？
ゼリーマンズレポート。嫌な予感がする。これを見たら、俺たちはもう普通の生活には戻れない。お前はその若さでサイエンス誌に論文が載るほどの天才だ。有望な将来を捨てる必要はない。
もしかして
Oh.
心配してくれてる？
Are you worried about?
当たり前だ。お前は俺の助手だからな。
助手じゃないって言っとろうが。気遣ってくれてどうも。でも帰らないわよ。この事実を世界に告発しないと。
ダメだ。それは危険すぎる。
ビビってるのか？
俺たちはこの陰謀を前にしたらあまりに無力だ。下手な行動を起こせば即消されるだろ
う。でもだからって
これは遊びではない。冗談で言っているのでもない。
分かった。告発はやめる。
うん。
でも帰らないから。気になって眠れない。
後悔はしないな。
しない。
ダルはどうする？覚悟はできているか？
僕はスーパーハッカーだし。
He's comfortable even in this situation. This is, I love this scene so fucking much. I just really appreciate the fact that he's like really genuinely sincere. Like just a moment ago he was in this Hoey and Kyoma phase and everything is wild and it's gonna be great. Like now it hit him and he's literally he gave Kurisu every opportunity if she really wanted to back away from this because he was really scared. Or he felt that scared. I love that. Like, especially after the outburst he had towards her. To get this moment, it's super satisfying to hear him just be really sincere, super genuine, and even Kurisu's surprised, like, are you worried about him? He's like, of course. Then he says, you're my assistant after all, so... When you hear the nicknames, it doesn't sound as condescending as it may seem like when he first does them. As it kind of goes on, especially the first half, it's not nearly as insulting. It's a lot more endearing, it's not nearly as mean. It doesn't really I never ever thought it was mean. But you start to kind of unravel, he does care about it, you know, his friends. He may not always know how exactly to express it, but he clearly cares. Especially here. Because I mean, I couldn't really ask Okabe to approach the situation any better by absolutely making sure and even worrying and stuff. Like, just great. And it's like, I feel like I'm like being proud of my own son. But Okabe can kind of be stupid sometimes, so if he does something positive or negative, I want to address that. And this whole section here is great. Absolutely great. And he's just so concerned. But Kurisu just is too high-strung, or just too into discovery, too into trying to uncover this stuff to back down. And even she said she won't regret going through with it. Which makes just the second half of the game hit so much fucking harder. Just because she probably knows, or there's part of her that's like, I allowed this to happen just as much. A lot of stuff you can unpack here, just in the dialogue. So this is a great, just a great section. I'm sure this was adapted right from the visual novel as well, like from the original. I appreciate the shit they do keep. Like, this is a big one. If anything, that's a great scene. I love their dynamics so fucking much. I really appreciate it, because I don't know, I just really appreciated that. But yeah, she's like so determined, like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave. It's gonna keep me awake up at night, like, if I don't do this. Cute scene, great. I just like how they handled it. Or at least Okabe gave her the opportunity to like, back away. He wasn't just like, yeah, let's go right into it. It's Okabe just showing compassion and empathy. And it's great. I mean, it's great. Because sometimes he doesn't always know how to always express that. So when you do get that moment of just being really like genuine, I guess it hits a little more just because you're just not expecting that. But it runs a lot deeper with how he feels about her. So that's a great I couldn't praise that section enough with how they handled that. Just like in the visual novel. That's why, like, there's so many moments like that. So, yeah, I just had a tangent on that because I love that section so much. But even Darrow's comfortable with the situation, so let's keep going.
そもそも足がつくようなヘマもしないっつうか。
よし。始めよう。なお、本作戦名はレーギャルンの箱とする。
なんで北欧神話？
I like that Kurisu of all people understands why Norse mythology. It's one of those elements too. You don't really think of it in the moment, but it's just like, how would Kurisu know that in particular? The anime plays up this element a little bit further, but just what we get here is strong enough. Like, she of all people knows that. It's funny to me because it's so obscure, but like Kurisu gets it. I don't know, it's cute. It's cute to me. I like that Okabe even calls it this. Category Judy Peel. I just noticed that too at the top. That's funny. Oh my god. I like the category. That's good sense of humor, game. I appreciate that.
北欧神話なん？きっとかっこいいからじゃね？
Darrow basically says it for me. Like, see, to me, I always kind of feel like, well, Okabe finds it cool, and I think I always believe that Kurisu also found it cool too, and that's kind of cute. Just that like wavelength. They're way more similar than you think. It's so fucking neat. I don't know. Just you wouldn't expect it from the two at first, but like you see that like bit by bit, even in the first half, that element. That's so good. But yeah, it's adorable. I don't know. Just let's keep.
そもそも作戦名とか言っちゃう男の人って。
ダル、作戦開始。
He soon finds the Jellyman's report.
いい？開くよ。
Darrow wipes off the sweat off his forehead with a handkerchief, then timidly double clicks on the report. And now we know. We know exactly what the Jellyman and Jellyman's report refers to.
ジェリーマンズレポート10。被験者ジェームス・マッカーシー31歳出身アメリカ Z プログラム4実験日2005年1月28日13時5分実験結果エラーヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ
またそれかよ。
超重力による無限圧縮およびカーブラックホール内の得意点通過に耐えられなかったと思われる1921年4月3日ニューヨーク14丁目にてビルの壁面に右半身が埋もれるようにして死んでいる男が発見された身元不明の男の死体は全身がブヨブヨのゼリー状になっていた
Holy shit. Was completely show. Is this how it's gonna wrap up chapter 2? It did. That's a great cliffhanger. The butterfly affects divergence. Can I pause it here? I have to pause it after the fact. Okay. That's a hell of a way to end the fucking chapter. Jesus fucking Christ, I should eat. What should I fucking do here? Because that alone, I had so much to fucking say. And that was only 2 hours. If I finish through chapter 3, I need to eat. Like, I already ate already. I should just take a break. And then come back in a couple hours. I have to know more. I have to see how this keeps going. I mean, I already know. It's just... It's frustrating because I've kind of gotten used to Reboot's design. And it's weird, just because I love the original way, way more. But it's not bugging me as much. Increase's voice, for whatever reason, the performance, especially like that chapter, for the most part, is pretty solid. I don't really remember having more gripes with like the delivery or performance. It is hitting about the same feel as it did before. I don't know why the first like chapter kind of felt weird. I don't know. But like, especially with them carrying the IBN box back to the to the lab, that chemistry, that back and forth, the way she talks, it hits. It was pretty close to how like that's the spunk, that like fire, that back and forth, that like energy. She's not supposed to be super. She's not supposed to feel meek sounding. She is supposed to be at what seems originally as like a token tsundere, but it runs a lot deeper than that. But yeah, I think I'll stop here just to have a fucking break. But yeah, there's a reason why this is like my second favorite like thing behind One Piece for a lot of factors, and I think this game does a great job with that, and I find it all like interesting. And so far, Reboot for the most part is keeping. It's doing a pretty decent job on keeping certain things. And I don't know, it's I don't really justify the price. It's too much, too fucking much for this game. You could buy the original for like $30, or when it's on sale, it's like $5.99. It'll be more worth your time that way. This game may be worth it if it's on like an 80% discount sale or something, and you just kind of want to see more like visuals and stuff like that. Like, that would be probably worth it then, as like a curiosity to see like how they do it. Because as you saw, I mean, we literally went through multiple, like an entire dialogue section where it is just about the same. Maybe they combine like one thing into two, or like two speech bubbles into one speech section type of thing, or it's slightly reworded, but nothing to where I found it like, oh my god, they ruined it. Like, it's there feels like an effort to at least try to be faithful. I don't know, maybe that's me coping, but I'll call whatever bad thing out when it's needed or when it's necessary. So I want to be fair to that and praise it when it does do something right. It's a very mixed, confusing bag. Essentially, if you're already a fan, if you want to watch Steins Gate, my recommendation is literally just go with the visual novel first and then the anime. Those are the two easy ones to go back and forth. I think both are incredibly good on their own, which I love. I think they're both very strong on their own. Then let the 2013 movie. Then you can go on to the spin-offs and stuff if you choose to do so. And that's kind of where I feel like, to me, that's where you can probably stop, if the spin-offs aren't that interesting. But in general, like, I'm having a good time with this. This is the most fucking fun I've had in stream in like since 25 launched. Like that midnight release stream. It's been a long fucking time. And before then, before last year, I genuinely don't even really know. So it means a lot to me. I know no one's gonna really watch these, but like, I just have to do what's right for me and just what I want to do and what I want to try to enjoy in fucking life, and not feel afraid of just thinking, oh my god, no one's gonna care, therefore I can't even try it or like do it. So it's just said fuck it. So that's it. I'll leave it there. I'll give it a couple more seconds so it doesn't cut me off mid-sentence. If you do somehow watch these after the fact, these are a great archive for me just to kind of go back and look at my thoughts on certain sections. I geek out with this shit way too fucking much, but god, that's just all I want for a piece of media, is just to get, you know, enveloped in it. It's really that fucking complex. It's just nice. So yeah. I don't know what more to say. I'll just leave it there. Hopefully, maybe later tonight, I can get into Chapter 3 or finish that. Chapter 3 is not as long as Chapter 2 by like a 20-minute difference, but still long enough, given the amount of times I keep taking a tangent on like how nice this scene was done. And it is weird to certain moments where it actually does hit even stronger. So it's shocking. It's shocking to me that I would even say that. There's certain moments like that. I don't know, but I don't know. I need something to like eat properly. And I need to turn my air on because it's fucking hot in here. Alrighty, bye. I'll give it a couple seconds before I shut it off so I don't cut myself off mid-sentence, just to be safe.